Goddamn, guys. God damn, man. Man, it was a really good show, man. It was a really good show. I really liked it, head from toe. And I love MJF, but man, I wanted Darby to win so bad, man. But overall, man, before we get to the intro, man, really good show tonight, man. What the hell?
I've been working on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Keep working on it.
I will.
But it was a really good show tonight, man. It was a really good show tonight. And yeah, I have some decisions I probably would have made differently, but overall, I did enjoy myself tonight, man. Well,
I did. I actually enjoyed myself a lot. This is going to sound so terrible. I think I have a little bit of PTSD from watching WWE shows at this point, dude. I'm not even trying to throw them a crazy stray right off the bat, but bro, I'm not lying when I said, or I'm not lying when I say when Christian and Cope and FTR was done, when we were going to the next match, I was like prepping. I was mentally. I'm not even kidding. I was mentally preparing myself for an ad break, and then they just went into the video package for Okada Takeshita, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's terrible." I was like, "Man, I've mentally trained myself. Oh, here comes an ad break." So
it's been bad, dude. It's been bad, but like tonight, the flow they really got great tonight, man. Just from the match flow, the feeling flow, the show didn't feel too long for an AEW show. Started at 7, ended at like what was that, like 11:10? Not even like even earlier than that.
Yeah.
Ended at a really good time, man. I gotta give them props just for the flow of the show tonight. Was absolutely incredible, man. There was no waiting around. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting there watching a 4-minute commercial between every match. It was really nice, actually.
It was. That's how a pay-per-view should be. That's how a premium live event should be. It should be premium. Premium meaning no fucking ads. No 4-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute ad breaks after every single match. But and WWE, I'm not even trying to throw them a crazy stray or anything, because their last two games have been or their last two their last two premium live events have been really good. They've been really good. I can't lie. But
this man's mind has been so on fucking basketball. He talking about their last
I
two
looked
games.
at Jeff's comment too, and that just completely fried me, and I said game. Don't worry, Jeff. I'll get to that in just a second, bro. But yeah, dude, it is like completely, it is completely giving me PTSD. And again, not even trying to throw them a crazy stray right off the bat, because we're here to talk about AEW. But I genuinely was like a little like prepping myself for ad breaks during the night, and I was like, oh yeah, AEW actually know how to fucking treat a pay-per-view. They know actually how to treat a big show.
Mm-hmm.
They actually don't give you 5-minute ad breaks after every match. However, they did a very interesting thing. It was on the pre-show, so I'm not gonna give them too much hate, but they did the little like Vita Coco, because that was like their big sponsorship for the night. I'm glad it was only one. I'm used to seeing about 6, but they had a little mascot come out, which was very WWE. But I mean, they kept it on the pre-show. So
I was gonna say, like, I would complain if it was on the main show, which it wasn't, and we don't see ads like crazy like that. You'll see, the Viva Loca, whatever it's called, logo. You saw that, in the barricade, but that was about it. You saw a little mascot at the pre-show, but pre-show don't really count anyways, man. So, if it was in the main show, I definitely would make that a valid complaint. But to be honest, it was just in the pre-show. It was in the comedy match anyway, which is their traditional comedy match with the celebrities. Obviously Big Boom AJ, Costco guys, Rizzler, all that. So I mean, you'll get one with AEW, man. But other than that, the flow was really nice. It was just like you said, just so refreshing just to be able to watch a pay-per-view. You pay for it. It starts. and you just watch some matches through. You get the little promo packages, and I don't if I'm recalling the start of the show correctly, they didn't do that overlap shit that they've been doing with the pre-show, which I actually really like. So the flow tonight really killed it, man. They really killed it with the flow tonight.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. And um again, not trying to just talk about WWE here, but this show, the last time we've seen AEW, we've got a lot of WWE since the last
We
time we've
did.
seen AEW. The last time we've seen AEW
It was
run a pay-per-view was Dynasty, which was April 11th or 12th. Since then, we've had 3 WWE pay-per-views, bro. We've had Mania night 1 and 2, and then we had Backlash. So, we've had a lot of WWE. This was very refreshing, and I gotta say, I've really taken a liking to Tony Khan's system more than the WWE system. I really have. And again, really not trying to throw strays because their last 3 pay-per-views have
They
been
were good.
But I like seeing like a lot of just really good matches. You know what I mean? You don't have like a Miz and Danhausen versus Kit Wilson, or Danhausen and a midget versus Kit Wilson and Miz match on here. You know what I mean? And I like that. I like that like AEW's pay-per-views are kind of, like their comedy comes from like different places, like the stuff we've
Absurdity.
seen with like Stampede, Stadium Stampede tonight. It's not like egregious shit like that, you know what I mean, where it's just like, all right, like you're not, nothing on this main card tonight I looked at and was like, okay, what the fuck am I watching? Like sometimes with WWE it's very hit or miss, and then sometimes with WWE you get matches that are like fucking 3 minutes long on a pay-per-view, or you get matches that like massively underwhelm. I can't really think of a match here tonight that was like, I can think of like weaker matches, but like I can't really tell you a match that I was just like,
oh god,
okay, I just like completely like fucking dove my head in my phone and like completely didn't give a fuck about. Like, I was very entertained for like most of the night, and I gotta say, Tony Khan so far for this year has not fucking missed. He hasn't missed, from Revolution to Dynasty to Double or Nothing here tonight. None of them have been bad. They've all been really fucking solid cards, man. And I gotta give them props for that. I just enjoyed a night of good wrestling. No bullshit. No fucking 1960s vampires. No midgets. None of it. You know what I mean? And I really liked I really liked a lot of mostly everything we got on here tonight.
I did. I mostly liked everything. There were some matches that, overall I didn't care about, but I didn't not care to the point where I was completely like out of the show, if that makes sense. Like the Athena and Mina match wasn't one of the matches I was, pumped for or nothing, but I like Athena, and I got the result I wanted out of the match, so I'm not too happy. I'm not too mad at it, man. The women's 4-way, I wasn't that excited for. It did better than I thought it was. Not that I loved it, but it did better than I thought it would, man. And most of the show I just liked through and through, man. There was some matches I really liked, some that kind of just went by, man, and others were really good, man. And overall, I think it was a really good balanced night. Not everything was perfect, but not everything has to be. Not every decision, not every match has to be perfect. But what they nailed most tonight, like I said, was the feeling and the flow, man. I came out of the show not exhausted and overdone like sometimes you can with AEW. But the time was good. I'm happy with, most of the show. I'm very happy with what we got. And this is kind of a result I want to feel after your average pay-per-view, man. I just want to feel happy with the good decisions made. It's just going to be some you disagree with, man. But overall, it's no decision I'm pissed at. You know what I mean? It's not a Jey Uso win over here. It's I would have preferred this, but this is still good anyway, man. So I overall really enjoyed the night. Really enjoyed their pay-per-view, and they've been batting, man. They've been hitting hits so far this year, man. We got Forbidden Door coming up as their next one, man. Usually Forbidden Door hasn't been good. Last year was a banger for no reason. So hopefully, dude, hopefully it continues, man. But tonight, we'll get into it. But it was a good show overall. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it.
Me too. But yeah, Definitely a contrast to what we have been seeing. But yeah, very, 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 very good stuff, man. I also, another thing I like, and I know a lot of people, hate that AEW shows go very long. Um, Sometimes it's nice because again we do watch a lot of WWE shows that are
Too short.
short. You know what I mean? It's over and it like feels like,
I
you
just
feel.
got scammed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you feel like you've been watching for like not long at all, and there's only like one match to go till the main event. So, it is nice. It's been a long time. Again, it's been about a month and a half since we've seen an AEW pay per view. Like I said, we've seen 3 WWE shows, which one of which was very rough, in WrestleMania Night 1.
Oh.
But it was just it's a very nice contrast to get back to AEW. And the next time we'll be here with AEW is in about a month for Forbidden Door.
Actually, same weekend as what's their next one?
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. I always forget. Yeah, so it's gonna be a double weekend. I'm actually excited for that weekend, man.
It
I
does.
love double weekends.
Isn't WWE's next one
What's their name? Oh, their
Clash
next one's
and-
Clash, but they're
the one after Clash?
exactly. It's gonna be a double whammy weekend, which I'm actually excited for. I love those weekends.
I'm surprised they're giving it a month.
I actually am shocked too, man. I'm
Usually we
shocked.
see like a 3-week gap between their pay-per-views, but a very good show tonight. Very happy with what we got, and again, Tony Khan, in my opinion, has yet to miss with his pay-per-views thus far on the year. Saturday night's main event last night, from what I seen, terrible.
I hated it.
It was.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
It
hated
bored
it.
me to death.
It was the most. It was the most. Why did you select this match to showcase? You know what I mean? Like, if you were gonna take the idea in the format of Saturday Night's main event, put shit people want to see, bro. Put the women's U.S. title. Not that you gotta make people want to see it, but you know what I mean. Put like a fucking Hayes and Dragunov exhibition match or so. Put just interesting match-based shit, because we know this is WWE, man. They're gonna put mostly on their pay-per-views the big marquee stuff, bro. So if they're gonna use the Saturday Night's main event formula, use it for stuff I actually care about, and just use it for like matches. That makes sense.
Honestly, I now that you kind of bring that up, I actually kind of really like that idea.
Yeah,
I think that would actually be like very cool, and WWE would never do
they'll
it.
never. That's
But like,
they'll never do it.
they'll never do it. But like, that's actually one thing I think that like could maybe like separate Saturday night's main event from like all their other shows, is like
Make it work
have
rate.
that show be like you do it 4 times a year, which
Mhm.
is what they have
Should
have the contract for with NBC or whatever. So they give you 4 of them in the span of a year, or in the span of the contract or whatever, that they do year over year. Have it be a show where you just do like random exhibitions between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and you give us like guys that we normally don't see face each other, like give us like a fucking random, Carmelo Hayes versus
fucking Javon Evans match. Or
yeah,
stuff
something like that. Like fucking Mason Rook versus the fucking Ethan Page or something. Like just random shit. That's a horrible dream match. I just fucking
But I know what you mean.
yeah,
like,
that I don't want to see that. But like you get what I'm saying. Like give us like Dragunov versus fucking Joe Henry or something. Let me see him like pummel the guy.
You could even do like kind of like the way they used to do Royal Rumble, where they used to do the little thing that spin you drew. Do something like that where like, oh, we got to make a show versus, not like you don't got to make it show versus show, but you'd be like, okay, you're on this side, who do we get? And then like you could do a cool match like Penta and Phoenix, and like those two draw each other, like, oh fuck, I gotta face my brother, like that's sick. Shit like that. I just make that show like work rate based, to
Yes.
give it something, dude.
Yes.
To give it something, because I hate those shows. The one last night, personally, I thought was horrible, man. The only
Yeah.
good match they didn't put in the main event, man, which was the Penta match. Literally,
Which even at that, they made Ethan Page look fucking stupid.
oh, he
I
looked
thought.
horrible in the ending of that match. He literally ran himself into the turnbuckle. He fucking ripped off and just lost. Horrible show. I personally hated Saturday's main event last night. And like Jeff says, man, what's up, man? How you doing? Man, we might have to have a conversation about that finisher. because that Soul Snatcher, man, you might have to just keep that in your pocket for big moments, because trying to do that shit on the regular, like he says, she hasn't hit it yet. Fuck, it's been rough, man. It's been rough. It's been a little concerning, man.
She's been called up for 3 weeks now and has had like 4 different chances to like hit the move.
It hasn't, dude.
And it hasn't hit it clean yet. It's like it's a move you gotta have like a fucking perfect. It's like
you gotta map that shit out before the match. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's like Logan Paul's pulverizer. Like he does it against guys that A, he know can take the move, and B, he only really uses it like in a special occasion, because again, you can't pull that out like quick or on anybody. You know what I mean? You got to hit that on like an AJ or like a Montez Ford, somebody who's like has the aerial ability
to jump themselves up.
Yes, to like float up like that, because it's like you may have to you may have to have it be again how Logan Paul uses the pulverizer, because it's like it just requires a perfect setup. You know, it requires somebody to be standing in the corner, slightly bent over, waiting for you to, you know, come back and fucking flip back with. So, you know, it's something that we definitely may have to have a conversation about for sure, because it's, you know,
not that you don't got that night to get to scrap it, but you got to save it for like planned out spots,
or like switch it up a little bit. Maybe just do like a corner os cutter instead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or like come off the top rope with it so your opponent can be standing up rather than having to be like half bent over waiting for you to hit the move.
It's like how Bandito basically changed his finisher from them just waiting there in like the half like looking down position to basically the way he permanently does the move now is they're laying down and he grabs them and suplexes them up. He, you know, kind of had the same problem, and he ended up having to change the move, and it looks better every time he does it now. And I think she might have to do the same, to be honest.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, those shows,
I hate those.
First of all, as you can see, Sir K's definitely better at listing off dream matches off the top of his head better than I am. I lifted off some shit that I do not want to fucking see, but you get my point.
Get the point.
You know, you can do.
How about this, man? Rusev versus Damian Priest. You fucking with that?
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That's a Triple H match right there.
Oh my god.
That's a Triple H match right there.
Fuck. Yeah, that sounds it's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's they got to do something with those shows, man. Because again, they just put the stupidest shit on those fucking shows. However, the final card that they have for Clash in Italy looks really, really good. I can say, obviously, Brock and Oba, we've seen what they can do. Roman and Fatu, we've seen a little glimpse on what they can do. Cody and Gunther, I hope it's better than their Crown Jewel match from a couple years ago, because I do remember that match disappointing, but I hope it's going to be a good match. I'm sure Becky and Sol will be good.
I think it'll be better than well, they didn't really get a match this time, so I don't even really count.
That was like 4 minutes.
It was literally like 3 minutes, and then like they did the spot where she accidentally hit the ref, but then she kind of still messed up the move. But yeah. I think please give them an actual chance at a match, bro. I really hope they do. Mm-hmm. The only match I'm not excited for is the Jade match.
That's the thing with that match, though. They had a good match at Mania.
Oh yeah, they did.
You know what I mean, like that match surprised me at Mania. So that's I'll cut it a little bit of slack. Yeah, because she's in there with Rhea, and again, on paper, I don't really care to see that fucking match. I don't really care to see a Jade and Rhea rematch, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because from what I remember at Mania, they put on a good match. Mm-hmm. They put on a good match, but honestly, the match I'm kind of most scared for is Cody Gunther, wildly, because again, their match at Crown Jewel a couple years ago, I remember thinking to myself, you guys could do way more than that.
And then Cody's just gonna win too. That's like the part I'm like, how are you gonna write that in to where I'm okay with it? You know
Apparently that's going to be the main event soon, so I'm probably going to be coming on here fucking hot afterwards. Because I think they said on SmackDown that it would be the main event or something.
They said that match is going to be the main event.
Works. Cody Gunther.
So, what?
So, yeah.
That match. So, because my logic is Brock is going to go on first. That's just how the dude works.
Yeah.
So, and I think they did confirm that match is on first. So you're putting Roman and Fatu in the middle of the show. All respect to Cody, but you gotta get in the middle of the show, Brody. You ain't end the show.
All for Cody to win.
If Roman's on the show, bro, Cody can't end the show, bro. Respectfully, he can't. Respectfully, bro.
Nah,
you
I'm
just
not.
can't, bro.
Yeah, I'm not rocking with that.
I'm not
bro.
rocking with that.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little rough. I don't know. So the Clash in Italy card looks really good. Again, I just hope everything goes well because WWE can take a Maserati and in the span of like 2 miles turn that motherfucker into a broke down 1998 fucking Honda Accord. So,
You ever seen fucking Lil Uzi's car collection? That's what they do. They just do a bunch of bullshit and they just ruin the car.
Yes,
that's what they go do, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm a little scared. But yeah.
Tribal combat in the middle of the show is crazy. Personally, man, you gotta just put.
You can't Cody Gunther.
They can't end the show with that, especially if Cody wins.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're gonna send them home? You're gonna send them fans home with a Cody win? Oh, that's
Who
rough.
do you think this dude is, bro?
He's not.
He's not John Cena, bro.
He's not. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, at least people get to make pasta with Grayson Waller. Not the New Day anymore, just Grayson Waller now.
Oh, yeah, they were on there.
They were supposed to make pasta with Grayson Waller now. Now it's over.
The New Day was gonna be in that little deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
Now they don't get to make pasta anymore, bro.
Now it's
you can still drink wine with Chelsea Green and make fucking spaghetti with Grayson Waller.
Oh, fuck yeah, Grayson Waller.
Yeah, for fucking $75,000 or $20,000, whatever it was.
Whatever the fuck it was.
So I don't know, but hey, man, it'll be interesting to see. But anyways, man, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us for your Double or Nothing 2026 official post-show review. This is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works. Every Monday after Raw, we are on here with Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we're on here with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of which, we will be live. Well, obviously we're live now, and we will be live next Sunday morning with Saturday night's main event. Or what am I talking about? We will be live next Sunday morning, not with Saturday night's main event. We'll be live next Sunday morning with the Clash in Italy post-show review. So with that, if you guys did miss yesterday's edition of the news and the Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing predictions, you guys can now watch that on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to stay first, join us right here live every single Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find the brand new slept on design, as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak, man. Again, that is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video. With that being said, if this is your first time watching and you do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Okay, go ahead and let the people know what it is you are smiling about today.
I'm smiling, man. It might be past midnight, but today was a big day, man. It was Double or Nothing. That's what it was, man. Either way, man, it was a good day, man. Good day. Hung out. Very good day. And then we watched good pay-per-view, man. And, although I would have preferred a different ending to the show, man, I still had a blast. And I really like the show that we got in Double or Nothing, and I'm very intrigued for Forbidden Door, man. And one thing I do like that about Forbidden Door coming up, it seems like they're continuing, Owen on Forbidden Door.
That's the finals.
That's the fight, which I like. It also gives something else for Forbidden Door to do, and I really like that, man. So I'm actually excited for the next one they got, Forbidden Door, man. Obviously, I'm not excited for Dynamite, but that's usually, that's kind of a given. Still haven't fixed that, but but that's just wrestling at this point.
Yeah. Don't show up for the weekly shit.
Exactly. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been hanging out, man. And I'm here with you guys, man. I'm excited, man. what the fuck is it? Like Durante was, I forgot the intro. My bad. Like Durante asked, "How's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How they're doing? Watching the replay. What about you, bro? How are you doing? Any positive tackle?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just chilling, bro. Just chilling. Um, just chilling. Obviously enjoyed the weekend. Enjoyed some Double or Nothing, man. Ready for next weekend as we got a clash in Italy. So yeah, just enjoying some wrestling, man. Enjoying some wrestling. Nothing too much, man. Nothing too much. But yeah, that's pretty much about it.
You can talk about the Spurs game that was asked earlier in the comments.
I was gonna mention. I don't know if any. I don't know if it's stupid to mention. I'm excited for this one game. I found out about this game this morning. It actually looks really good. I was showing Sir K a little bit about it. I found out about this game. I'm bringing this up for Manager Logan, because I want to know if he's heard about this game, bro. But there's this game called Samson, that I fucking seen it on my YouTube recommended, and I was just watching gameplay on it. Apparently, it's coming to PlayStation in September. At least from what I read, and it looks really fucking good. I found out about that today. That was pretty unexpected, but it was pretty damn good. I don't know. I guess your guy's like a hitman or something, or he goes around taking like jobs to like beat motherfuckers up or whatever. Looked pretty dope. It honestly looked pretty dope.
It does look good. It looks very cool and exciting.
So got a lot of games coming out, man. Also, PlayStation. Can you put Ghost of fucking not Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yote on sale, please?
Please,
and put Assassin's Creed Shadows back on sale, please.
Don't wait for them 2 damn games to be on sale, man. And
what are we doing?
Man, I know it just came out. I cannot wait for that new Lego Batman game to be on sale, man, because it looks really good. $70, a little egregious for me, at least at this point right now, man. But I can't wait for that game to go on sale because it looks very fucking good.
It does.
Basically just an Arkham game with like the Batman as the backdrop. Sign me up, man. So I'm excited.
All right, man. You guys have been waiting for it. I know Jumpin' Jeff's been waiting for it. My analysis on the what we've seen since we've last talked of the NBA playoffs.
Okay. There's no on my analysis.
Friday night was Spurs Thunder Game 3. I was enraged. Okay, I genuinely was a little happy I wasn't going to be able to watch the game today because the Thunder, and I hate saying this, dude, some of the guys on the Thunder, I am starting to get why people hate watch them. They are fucking annoying. When they're winning, they're smiling and fucking they just have the most punchable faces. And when they lose, when they're losing, they play so dirty. They play dirty all the fucking time. Kind of annoying, okay? Kind of annoying to watch. I was so fucking aggravated. Dog. I don't know if you guys know the play I'm talking about from Game 3 when fucking Jalen Williams and Wemby were fighting for a rebound, and Wemby's like hooking Jalen's arm, which they did constantly to Wemby in Game 2. They never fucking called it. Jalen Williams hits the ball out of bounds, and he tells his coach, challenge it. And I'm sitting there thinking, dude, it blatantly went off his hand. Why are you challenging it? They challenged the play, and they fucking called a foul on Wemby for holding his arm. Dude, I was so pissed. And that foul that Alex Caruso had on Stephon Castle when he went to go for that dunk, and fucking completely dirty play. And Vassell went over there and they all started pushing each other and shit. And fucking Alex Caruso's what? And then you got like Thunder fans trying to say that was a good play or that was good defense. Shut up. He could have fucking injured him. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, man, it's like, and bro, I'm not trying to fucking hate talk the Thunder. I think they're a good team, but some of the tactics just really annoy me, dude. They just really fucking annoy me.
They just reek of like sore try-hard losers.
And then today, when they're, I see. It is hard. It's hard to dislike the Thunder again. I really do like a lot of their guys. I love Chet.
They're talented.
They're so talented. I love Chet. I love Shea, but I see what people mean about the flopping thing, and like for me, he's way too talented to do that. He's such an amazing player, and it's like I like a lot of their guys, bro. But it's like I gotta say, Alex Caruso and Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, Jalen Williams, the Blasian one, annoy me. They just fucking annoy me so much. They annoy me so much, bro. Like game 1 when Caruso pushed the camera guy away, and then today he like shoved Harrison Barnes who was trying to tie his shoe. Like he always acts like that when they lose, and it's like when he wins, they have the biggest cheesy smiles on their face. They annoy the fuck out of me. Those two specifically. But today, San Antonio put belt to fucking ass, bro. They beat them boys down, bro. And apparently, Spurs players are saying that Greg Popovich went in there and chewed them out and basically had choice words for them. So G-Pop is the GOAT, bro. G-Pop is really the GOAT. It's so cool to see him like still involved with them, or like the crowd shots of him and Tim Duncan. Like this is so wholesome. It's so wholesome, bro. Brings me back to my childhood. But yeah. Again, not trying to hate on the Thunder, dude. They're a great team, but God, some of their team just annoys the piss out of me, bro.
Their TikToks are hilarious, though.
and then the Knicks and Cavs. I don't even know if we need to talk about that, bro. New York in 4. Even though I would love them to do it in 5 so they could do it in the Garden. We probably are looking at New York in 4 and 2. Kenny Atkinson, bro. He was doing an interview talking about they statistically won 2 out of 3 games. Shut up. Your team looks silly out there. You guys are down 3-0, and you're trying to cite stats that you guys statistically won. Okay, well, you guys didn't win 2 out of the 3 games. You guys are you guys are pretenders, bro. You are fake demons. James Harden is out there looking like a fucking cone against Jalen Brunson, bro. He looks sorry, dude. He looks sorry, man. It's like,
bro's a traffic cone.
Man, like, what
he
the
ain't doing
fuck?
Nothing.
What are you talking about, bro? Make adjustments. Try to fucking avoid them switching Jalen on Harden, bro. Like, what are you doing? Sitting here about statistically we won 2 out of 3 games. Brother, you're down 3-0. You better be lucky if you have a job after this season.
Dude,
what are you talking about?
I think we gotta be thanking Danhausen, man. He did uncurse the Knicks.
Bro, why did WWE make uncursed Knicks merch, bro? Now they're gonna lose the finals, bro. Like, what the
you
fuck?
Don't jinx them, man. I don't even think you're talking about the best interview from that game, man. Who was that one Knicks player that had that little interview that said, I don't know, man.
Oh my God.
That shit was good.
Sir K did watch some playoff basketball with me this weekend. After the Knicks game, they were interviewing Jalen Brunson, and they asked him something about like
what it feels like.
Yeah, they're like, how does it feel to be one game away from the finals? And you could tell he was like distracted with like other things going around, and he's like, I don't really know. And then you could tell he immediately was like, wait, no, I'll explain. It was hilarious.
You could tell bro just let her go take a shower and go home.
Nah, man.
Because isn't doing you say he's like the star player of that team? He's probably fucking gassed, bro. He might be on his Darby Allin flow, to be honest.
Completely turned that franchise around, bro. He completely turned that franchise around, dog. That has got to be one of the biggest steals in free agency of the modern era, bro. Completely turn that franchise around, dog. So he's been doing great. We're tied up at 2-2 with Thunder Spurs. The Knicks are going back to the NBA Finals. It's not confirmed yet. It'll probably be confirmed tomorrow. But 2-2, I don't know. Just kind of have an odd feeling OKC is going to pull this out. I do, although I would love to see the Spurs do it. If they keep playing like that, I think we'll be fine. Oklahoma City's a great team, though, and I just think this year might be theirs, but I'll say this. if OKC wins, oh, them boys better be scared, bro, because that man Wemby, you could tell he has that competitive, just gene in him. He has that psychopathic gene to be fucking great, and it is fucking awesome to see, bro. He's like that, bro. He is like that, and you better believe he's gonna be training with those monks in the off season.
Hey,
He's gonna come back a demon. They could pull it out, but I don't know. Honestly, I have a the more
I'm
the
rooting
series
for him.
goes on, I just have a feeling OKC. I think, but hey, man, hey. Jeff, the Supersonics, bro. They may be coming back.
Oh, shit.
Which OKC said they will relinquish the history of the Supersonics that they keep and give it back to them. So maybe coming back, bro.
Here you
When are we
go.
gonna hear about that too? What are you doing? Silver?
Come on, Silver. The hell, man.
But that's my basketball analysis. Anyways, let's talk about wrestling now.
Damn it.
But let's see, man. Let's see. So one thing I need to mention before we start this, this is a message to AEW, man. This is a message to AEW. What you guys are doing is working. What do I mean by that? So AEW, I want to encourage them to keep on this path that you're doing, bro. This is a golden opportunity to gain a lot of new fans into watching this product, man. There is so many people that WWE is currently and has pushed away from WrestleMania season. There is no better time to keep doing what you're doing. Being a affordable company and being a company that provides good product, bro. I need to point this out. Double or Nothing this year was the highest attended Double or Nothing of all time.
Damn, I knew that. I saw they were doing good on ticket sales. I didn't know they were doing that. I remember at one point they only had one seat left.
Yes. They are doing great. They are doing great, man. This stuff this stuff was at a point with AEW where everybody was clowning on them year over year. Oh, you got this. In 2022, that was their highest attended Double or Nothing at 14,459. 2023, it went down to 10,500. 2024, it went down to 9,000. 2025, it went down to 8,000. This year, it was at 15. That's great. That's great for AEW, and I think this goes to show that WWE, not even just with their product being bad, but just with their prices, AEW has an incredible opportunity to invest or to have fans invest into their product, and I think this is about as good a time as ever to keep telling stories, and keep putting on really good matches. A lot, and again, AEW's weekly TV is not good by any means of the imagination. But what I have to say about AEW's TV is they definitely have a lot more stories that that I care about than the ones on WWE. Because I genuinely couldn't name you one except for maybe Roman Fatu, which I even kind of have my gripes with that. But I said it last week on Unscripted. Moxley and Ospreay is my favorite story going on right now, and I can't wait to see how they continue to level this up going into AEW All In with Will Ospreay. And now you have another great way to tell this whole story with Kevin Knight and Darby Allin. What's Speedball gonna think about this? Is Speedball gonna join him, or is he gonna want to stay a good guy? You have a really good story, and you have a really good avenue to invest a lot of fans. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep being affordable, man. Keep being affordable. I think this is just great, especially with the run New York's been on, from the New York Knicks to a banger Double or Nothing, man. New York's definitely rocking. It's probably about one game away from turning into Gotham. And that game happens tomorrow night, but not in New York, but they'll definitely you'll definitely feel it, I'm sure.
Oh, New York will feel it.
Yeah.
Crime rate's been down, what, 70% since the video?
Yes, it is confirmed. Jalen Brunson is Batman.
He's
He
Batman.
is Batman. Ever since he's been carrying the Knicks to this 10-game win streak, New York crime has been down 78%. So it is confirmed. They are staying off the streets and staying in the garden. Jalen Brunson confirmed is Batman. It is not Bruce Wayne after all. But no, they're doing great. I was very, very proud to see that. Very proud to see that, and very, very proud that Tony Khan is providing this kind of stuff. Affordability is what I mean in a time where, again, it seems like we've lost that affordability and good wrestling. Not, you're paying $800 to go to a show, and like, look at us at Elimination Chamber. We paid about $600 per seat, and half of the show we're sitting in a dark arena watching fucking Morgan and Morgan ads. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really cool. It's really cool. And it's a very dope thing of AEW to do, and it just. AEW just, again, it feels like wrestling in a time where WWE doesn't even feel like that. It kind of feels like fucking ads all the time.
It does, and it's been very nice to see, and not even just in wrestling. It's been nice to see, an affordable, steady, easily accessible product in a whole world where nothing is affordable or accessible, bro. I just filled up half my tank. That shit was $40 for half my tank.
Mine was 60.
And your car's even smaller than mine. It's like, dude, the whole world is fucked right now, man. And like seeing AEW where you could pay, a good prime great seat. It's like what, $150 I think over there, dude. That's an incredible price right now, man. It's affordable. It's steady. You pay $50 for their month and a half pay-per-view, or pay-per-view every month and a half, and you feel like you actually got your $50 worth of the show, man. That's really nice to see, man. I love seeing that. They've been on a great streak, man. And like you said, with the frustration of a lot of fans for WWE, you have the prime moment for, even if, I'm not saying, you're going to have all your fans, turn on WWE and be AEW marks, but just people just recognize your product more than they used to, and just at the very least catch up with that product occasionally, and just care about it more than they used to, man. And Dynamite isn't nothing to be to watch for, really, man. But I will say, man, it's not as a slap in the face as SmackDown is, man. If I have to watch a weekly show, dude, at least Dynamite, there's good matches and stuff I can laugh at. At SmackDown, you can't even laugh at SmackDown at this point. It's just a slap in the face. So at least they got that going for them, man. But like, it's very nice to see an affordable product that, at least with the big pay-per-views, man, just all the pay-per-views, that you're just actually satisfied after paying for the thing, man. So it's very nice to see, and I really hope they continue that, man. And New York was great. New York was actually phenomenal tonight. That crowd went crazy tonight. Can't wait for their next New York show. And another thing about their next New York show, dude, we saw pictures of their merch table for the show tonight, man. And they, speaking of the Knicks, had some Knicks-themed merch for the show, dude. Damn, I didn't realize how good their color scheme looks, man. They got to do a Knicks-themed logo for whatever pay-per-views they're next, man. That shit was incredible, actually.
The Triple H.
What the fuck did he do?
What was he doing Jalen Brunson's post?
What the fuck is he doing, man? But either way, man, I'm very happy with tonight. And that crowd was amazing, man. They really were. New York killed it.
Yes, their Knicks gear, I was like, damn, that actually was really fucking tough. It was really, really tough. I liked what they did for their Knicks merch. But yeah, their merch team did a pretty good job from what I saw tonight. So yeah, shout out AEW, man. I looked into that and I was like, damn, that's actually really really cool, man. Another thing, yesterday we had a I guess, yeah, we're past midnight. 2 days ago we had a very special birthday. It is the the heavenly birthday of the late and very great Wyndham Rotunda, man. It would have been Bray's 39th birthday, man. It is so happy heavenly birthday to Bray. Obviously, we always got to bring up Bray anytime we can, man. We obviously remember the legend. And man, happy birthday to Bray. It's insane. He would only been 39 years old. He wouldn't have even been 40.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Triple H probably still wouldn't have done shit with him. So,
oh God, no. He probably would have been in their last batch.
Yeah, but they love their fucking 43-year-old Damian Priest. But I digress. So yes, happy heavenly birthday to the legend, Wyndham Rotunda. Man, we love you. We miss you. Fuck, we miss you, man. I think about Bray all the time, man. Like, I constantly think to myself, like, man, what
would he be doing right now?
What would he be doing, bro? What would he be doing, man? The little red backdrop behind our normal logo is a little homage to him. Obviously, we decorate it for the pay-per-views and stuff, but our normal NHP logo, the one you see on our icon, that little red circle behind us is an homage to Bray, as obviously he used to always say life is a circle, and indeed it is. And man, a true revolutionary, man, a true risk taker, bro. Somebody who was never afraid to take risks, to try different things, man. Such an inspirational dude. And happy birthday to the legend, man. We miss you, Bray.
Yeah, we truly do miss you, man. Truly a legend. Such a creative risk taker, man. I mean, he pioneered the whole cult gimmick thing, man. I mean, he did it, and then that spawned everybody doing it, man. Then he had literally like a horror movie slasher monster character, and it was amazing, man. I mean, his creative mind and his ability to make stuff work for wrestling is insane, man. I miss him so much, man. I miss just everything about, everything he did, man. It was so incredible. It was always my favorite merch, my favorite segments, my favorite video packages. Incredible, man. Incredible. I missed him so much, man. And truly, it is probably my favorite of all time, man. So, truly, you're missed. I always think about you, man. And, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, bro. It is. So, rest in peace to the absolute legend, Bray Wyatt. So,
speaking of absolute legends,
going on to Double or Nothing here. The first match on the show was none other than Edge and Christian versus FTR.
Cajun Cope.
100%. Hey, Jeff says most creative guy they ever had. I absolutely agree with that. And I personally, he is my favorite character of all time. I think the fucking layers and depth that he went to like carve that character was just unbelievable. I'll never see anything like that ever again.
No.
But yes, I also forgot to say what's up to you guys. We got Cameron, we got Jeff, and we got this guy Flex, bro. Who is this dude, bro?
This man's always on something.
We got manager Logan in the chat. We got David. How are you guys? Thank you guys for joining us, as always, for some Double or Nothing, man. But yeah, so speaking of which, Double or Nothing opened up with the I Quit match, the I Quit New York street fight between FTR, Cage, and Cope.
Asian Cope.
Bro, Tony Schiavone was fucking sleeping on commentary today, dog. This dude
off the shits, dude.
He didn't know what the fuck he was saying, bro.
Dude, this whole night he would be stuttering. He'd forget his words. There was parts where he'd be like, Cope is he is, dude. That happened like 3 different times in the whole pay-per-view where he would fucking just start saying words and shit, or just, dude, that man was not on earth tonight, man. I don't know what time he woke up. He needed a coffee. He needed a C4. He needed something, bro.
Man, they see that, Jeff. I get your complaint. I definitely do. I felt it in the Stadium Stampede match too. I'm like, why aren't they like going in the crowd or like? But then I found out apparently New York has these like laws. The New York Sports Commission has these laws where they can't like fight in the crowd. Definitely kind of put a damper on a little bit of stuff they did.
Yeah, like I don't know why you would select matches that like are kind of reliant on that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
When you already knew, because like I already knew like you couldn't like purposely at least bleed in New York, but I didn't even know you couldn't even brawl in the crowd.
Honestly,
New
the
York.
only one I ever known about was the bleeding in Louisiana.
That
I didn't
too.
even know New York had those.
I forgot what wasn't it New York that that like Kevin Owens wasn't it that pay-per-view where the KO and Sammy match? What city was that in where they couldn't bleed? Where the Sammy
Toronto.
Yeah, you can't bleed in Toronto either. I remember you can't bleed over. There's certain cities where you just can't do that for some reason, which is so stupid. So that was a little bit of a damper. I think more for the Stadium Stampede than this match, to be honest. But you still feel it a little bit with this match.
For sure. For sure. So this one was a good one. This one was a really good one,
really
man.
good, actually.
Both of these teams, they understood what they had to do, bro. Went in there and executed it to about as good as they could have got, bro. I mean, it was really, really good. Christian Cage did his little rope move where he puts the guy on the second rope and then he stands on their back and pulls the top rope. But, bro, he wrapped the second rope in barbed wire, put Dax Harwood on the second rope, and was, pressing his neck into the barbed wire, man. So it was a dope spot. Christian Cage then grabbed a toolbox. Okay. Tony Schiavone acted as if he had never heard or knew what a toolbox was. Excalibur's like, and Cage, he's grabbing a toolbox. And Tony Schiavone's like, a toolbox? Like a question. Like he poses it as a question. Like, yeah, you never heard of a fucking toolbox before, Tony? like,
dude, I can't even think of many Excalibur fuck ups tonight. He was just being his normal energetic self, overly energetic. But like, dude, Schiavone, man, he was awful tonight.
God,
fuck. Talking about a toolbox. Yeah, motherfucker, do you not see what he has in his hands?
Man, Christian Cage grabbed a pair of pliers out of the toolbox.
I thought he was going to go for the teeth, dude. I thought he was going to go for like a teeth spot. I didn't think he would actually pull out, but I thought he was going to put in there and like wheel around a tooth, man. Ooh,
yeah, that would have been rough.
That would have been real bad.
So, Christian Cage grabbed the pliers and started yanking on Dax Harwood's nose with the pliers. He then, Cash broke it up, and then he put them to Cash Wheeler's balls. Okay, he clamped his balls with a pair of pliers. It's crazy. FTR then spike pile drive Cope through the Spanish announce table. And Cope fell right onto the Spanish announcer's coffee.
Damn, dude.
Rip Bros coffee.
Rip Bros coffee, man. First of all, that table didn't budge, dude.
No, it did not.
It didn't budge at all. And he landed on Bros coffee. I hope it was cold by that time, man. I'm sure it was. But, man, bro, I just know Bro smelled like coffee until he went back and took a shower, dude. Fuck.
Probably had coffee all on his back, bro.
Bro probably smelled like he came from a ship that dunk him, bro. Fuck.
So, FTR then grab a cinder block and they slam it on Christian's like arm brace that he wears, or his like plastic cast that he wears on his arm. They slammed it on his forearm, and then they put his arm in the cinder block, and they went to ask him if he quits, and he says, I banged both of your mothers. He cracked their mom, bro.
He cracked their mom, dude. He is the mom cracker, so
Yep.
I mean, he's the dad slayer and the mom cracker. He really is.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. That's for sure. So he cracked both of their moms.
Just ask Nick Wayne.
Exactly. Oh God,
Hey, bro, that was the whole gimmick. It was him cracking his mouth.
he's cracking the fuck out of his mom, dude.
It's crazy.
Where the fuck is Nick Wayne, by the way? Is he just like an
I
ROH guy now?
I think he's like a demon. I know people.
Is a demon?
No, people like hype him the fuck up. They're saying he's gonna have like an incredible next year or something. Apparently, he like improved a lot in ROH and like in his just abilities.
I know he's been going to New Japan a
I
lot,
think he's
too.
been in there too. So I think he's kind of doing like a stint around, and I think it'll like come back to AEW mostly next year or something.
They sent him on an excursion. All
Yeah,
right.
so it's one of those type of things. But apparently, he's doing really good over there. So good for him.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, hopefully we can see him come back. Well, he seems like he's doing a lot better than the other prodigy right now. What was the other? Billy Starks.
Oh man, she's still just a random lackey in ROH,
Yeah,
dude, and I like her. She's good.
Yeah. She was supposed to be next up. Like, she's supposed to be next up for like
3 years,
5 years now.
4 years, 5 years.
So I don't know, man. So he says he banged both of their mothers, and they gave him a chair shot while his arm was trapped in the cinder block. Stokely, Big Stoke, then takes off. He unscrews the top rope.
He was moving that thing, man. It took him a while.
He was doing like this.
But he was going crazy, man. And
And
dude,
fucking Nigel McGuinness
yes.
says he has a lot of practice at that.
That shit cracked me up. I can't lie.
Come on, bro.
You ain't got to do it.
Why we
like
gotta
that.
do Stokely like this all the time, bro?
They were doing Stokely hardcore, bro. They were talking about this little pipsqueak. Why do they call him Big Stoke? Because he's so short. I'm like, damn. They were cooking him tonight.
Burying the guy, bro. Diabolical work on Big Stroke, bro.
Big stroke.
He takes off the top rope, and Cash Wheeler grabs the mic, and he has very interesting dialogue. He looks at Christian, and he says, "I'm gonna make this big pussy quit."
Call him a big pussy, man. It's crazy. Damn. You
Big
asshole.
Okay. So he goes to hit Christian with the steel rod that connects the the rope to the turnbuckle post or the ring post. And Copeland comes in and hits us. His fucking Excalibur completely lost his marbles. Stokely then comes in from behind as Cope was distracted with FTR and hits him with a watch. He punches him with a watch. And then we see Beth Copeland come out, and Stokely runs up to her and goes to rock her shit, bro.
Bridges
He
sends his fist back.
But Beth attacks Stokely. Beth attacks Stokely in the aisleway. They make their way to the ringside area, and Dax Harwood, no shame in his game, just shoves Beth right into the fucking steel steps. And Beth is out, bro.
FTR demons, bro.
So, dude, absolute demons, bro. I don't know what their problem is with Beth.
They can't.
They love
Beth.
sliming her ass out, bro.
They really do. They slime her out any chance they get.
Adam Copeland's gonna be pissed, bro.
He's gonna be really pissed, man.
After they fucking, what did he say that one day that you guys came into my house? You ate my wife's food. you our
like,
daughters played together.
Yeah.
You ruined it all.
Bro's furious.
So he's really upset about Beth's food, bro. He probably left still hungry that day. Maybe she didn't make enough.
Maybe that's what he was pissed about. Like, god damn, the portion size were horrible. I ate too much.
Man. So he Dax then puts lighter fluid on the table.
A shit ton of lighter fluid.
Dude, he damn near used the whole bottle.
Dude, it was like a straight minute of him just pouring fucking lighter fluid on that table.
Yes,
That shit
bro.
was soaked.
He then lights it up, and Stokely is holding Beth in position for Cash Wheeler to fucking spear her onto the flaming table. And as Cash runs at Beth, she pulls Stokely in the way, and Stokely Hathaway and Cash Wheeler go flying onto this flaming table. Dax is very distraught. He then gets back in the ring with Edge and Christian, and they put him in a sharpshooter. They ask him if he quits. He says no. So Copeland then puts in a crossface with the sharpshooter. He still says no. So he signals towards Beth to, go do something. And she walks on the outside of the ring. And we found out he was signaling for her to go grab Spike.
Spike.
Gotta love Copeland with all the aura when he pulls out Spike, bro.
All
There's
the
nothing
aura.
like it.
No weapon like Spike, man.
Yeah, he thinks that shit's so hard.
He thinks that's the coolest name for the weapon, dude.
Spike.
Spike. like Spike. You gave it the word Spike. Like you could,
Because it has spikes.
you couldn't call it like an actual like name, like how like in Walking Dead, Negan's bat is named after his wife Lucille. You couldn't call the bat like Beth.
Or like Drew McIntyre's sword is named Angela after his mom.
Yeah, you can't like give it like an actual like human name for like someone you care about, like again like The Walking Dead. Negan did. It's Spike. it's Spike.
I wonder if that's where Drew gets that from.
Probably, to be honest.
That's a cool reference. I never noticed that.
Probably.
So, what happened to Drew McIntyre's sword, by the way? Doesn't come out with a sword anymore.
Fuck,
He's supposed to be the Scottish Warrior.
Bro don't come out with nothing no more. Bro just comes out with depression.
Yeah, bro comes out with a shit ton of bad booking. Years of bad booking.
Just comes out in the dude. We were watching old clip. Random. I'm sorry to go off this kilter, man. But we were watching old clips, man. I miss that old version of Gallantry, bro, with the bagpipes to start. Oh, I mean, obviously, if I could choose, I would have Broken Dreams, but I miss that old version of Gallantry, man. I really do.
Yeah, because there was the version in NXT, and then there was that original version when he got on the main roster initially with the bagpipes in it, and now there's this new one.
Well, the bagpipes were in NXT.
They were, but then they made the main roster one, and it still had bagpipes, but it was like when they like remixed it when he first came to the main roster, and they added like the heavy drums.
Oh yeah, they did, and now they just cut out the bagpipes part completely. Which, man, I miss that NXT version.
But that NXT version was the shit, and the original main roster one I liked. I thought that was very good.
That shit was really good, man. Man, that shit was. Man, I miss that shit.
Yeah, it was great.
I miss good booking for Drew McIntyre, man.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, but yeah, it's Broken Dreams is like that's
a dream, dude.
And it's such a stupid conversation, bro. Because dude, Triple H would have had a fucking hissy fit if Vince McMahon took Motorhead the game away from him.
Any of his Motorhead songs, he would have had blew a gasket.
Yes,
if that happens. But you could rip it from Sheamus, you could rip it from Drew, you could rip it from all these fucking Ethan Page last night.
Oh my god,
you fucking Def Rebel'd him.
They took out the fucking ego.
No, it's just noise, dude. What is their obsession? We just want noise, dude. Oh, I hate it, man. God, their music department needs to be fucking let go, dude.
Horrible.
You're doing mass releases. Mass release your music department, dude.
And, like, has nobody brought this up to Triple H? Like, has nobody brought this up to him? Like, hey, you bald fuck. Like, give me my shit back or I'm going to muff you in the fucking face, asswipe. Like,
I feel like a lot of people do, but I feel like they give them the most corporate, like, we'll let you know if there's any word on if we could do it. They give them the most corporate fucking, like, phrase back. Basically just tell you, like, no, but in the most corporate way possible.
Yeah.
You know how it is back there, man. TKO ain't paying for songs. Fucking stingy asses, dude.
Fucking piece of shit, motherfuckers. Anyway,
sorry, I had to.
Yeah, no, yeah, those, yeah, but bro, that NXT version of Gallantry,
man, I miss that shit.
Ooh, so good, bro.
That like whistle part of it, right? Oh, love it, man. Hey, man, you know what? We got Roman's good theme back, so you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking take it at this point. I'll take anything I can get with that.
True. Very true. Very true. Fucking Triple H, fucking idiot. So Cope grabs Spike.
Always manage away.
Yeah.
Give it an AEW review. Always manage away.
We really do, bro. Cope grabs Spike, right? And he puts Spike to Dax Harwood's head. All right, and this finally gets Dax to say I quit. So Spike is what did it. And look, man, this match was absolutely incredible, man. This match was very, very, very good. I very much enjoyed what these guys did. I think FTR, when given proper creative, is really one of the best at what they do. Edge and Christian, in their old age, can still fucking bang it out in the ring, bro. And it is just impressive to see. It's impressive to see. You know, Copeland is a very cringy, corny guy, but at his old age, he can still fucking go, and absolutely can Christian as well. So, so yeah, everybody, and even Beth and Stokely did amazing here with their roles, man. Overall, this was great, and I'm so excited because now
Is when they really get
TLC is loading.
It's loading, man. I can't wait. This scene is about to get even better, man. I like it. I mean, I like Cajun Cope. Glad they won. They've been doing great. Like you said, in their old age, they could really move still. You know, Cage or Cope is cringy, man. But I think he got to the point where it's like funny cringy.
It is.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. But I'm glad they won. I like the fact that they won. And like you said, man, I can't wait for how the way this scene's gonna look come all in, man. We're gonna have MCMG, the New Day. Man, this scene is gonna be really good, and I can't wait for that TLC.
We're gonna get Edge and Christian versus the New Day,
The New Day,
the Motor City,
the
and we're gonna get Edge and Christian versus the Motor Guns Machine City. I mean, boy, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I mean, the Motor City Machines. Man, either is good. The MDMD. I mean,
We're gonna get
the MGMC.
We're gonna get the Machine City guns and the New Days.
Oh, dude, they're totally gonna call the guns the machine guns now, accidentally, dude. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, dude. I can't wait. But either way, great tag match, man. And like you said, man, this scene is loading up to be even better, man. I cannot wait to come all in to see what this tag scene looks like in AEW, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah, no, 100%. TLC is definitely loading, man. But the question is it going to be 3 teams or will it be more? Because
I feel like it might be more at this point.
The original idea obviously was FTR versus Edge and Christian versus the Bucks. I don't know if we're gonna have to throw the New Day and or Motor City Machine Guns in there as well, man. So
exactly.
We'll have to wait and see. But man, this tag division is definitely loading up for something special. And I think TLC with Edge and Christian, and whoever else is in the match is gonna be one to remember. So
man, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. It is going to be great. Cannot wait for the graphic, Tony. So
I can't wait for that graphic. Those all elite graphics, they're gonna hit, dude. Those
crazy.
shits are gonna hit, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yes, this is the I Quit match, man. Very, very good. Very nice way to start the pay-per-view, and they kept their foot on the gas pedal, bro.
Oh, brother, this match, man.
Okada finally did it, bro.
He delivered a banger, man. Finally, under the AEW contract, man. He gives us a banger, man. Look at this, man.
Every single time.
He's been disappointing.
It feels like this guy is set up for one of his big dream matches. Now, he has had good matches in AEW before. I think he had like a great match with Moxley.
He did.
But that wasn't one that like people were like, I need to see this. And then it actually, every time that happens with Okada, when people go, I can't wait to see this Okada match. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, he fails. I think he also had a good one with Ospreay like 2 years ago.
I think he did.
At World's End. And then at World's End this past year, he had a great one against Moxley. What the Kenny match, the Bryan match, 9 times out of 10, all of his big matches that are like overhyped fail. This one was one people wanted to see for a long time, and this fucking guy finally gave us a match that was very hyped and fucking delivered. Amazing.
He really did, man. He really did. This shit delivered. I loved this match, man. The dynamic was incredible, man. I fucking love this match. And, you know, he's not champion anymore. He's not going to be holding another title down, man. Tony Khan, you did it, man. He gave Okada a fucking banger. Takeshita looks great, and the match was incredible, man. The dynamic was really good. I love what they did here tonight with this match.
Amazing stuff. So the match actually started off with a pretty good back and forth, man. It started off with a pretty good back and forth. These guys looked very leveled to each other. Nobody was really overly dominating the match. They made their way to the outside, and Don Callis stopped a tombstone that Okada was going to give Takeshita on the floor. He stopped it. He got on commentary and said, I didn't want that to take place. He said that would have broke Takeshita's neck. So Takeshita gets up right away and hits a brainbuster on the floor to Okada.
No hesitation.
No hesitation whatsoever, man. They get back in the ring. There was a little bit there that they did a couple trade-offs where these guys were slapboxing each other. There was another one later in the match where they were throwing forearms, and Takeshita fucking nailed Okada with a forearm, bro.
He was fucking hitting his ass.
Rocked, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So Okada then got hit with a suplex that I have genuinely never seen before. Takeshita like grabbed Okada by like his upper thighs and lifted him over his head, completely over his head, for a overhead suplex. I've never seen anything like that.
He deadass scooped him up like he was a child.
Yes.
And fucking just tossed him back. It was dope.
It was crazy. I also forgot to mention, there was like a video package before this match from Takeshita where it was like basically around him being like a photographer, and he was talking about how like a photo can, you know, remind you of your past or show you where it's going, or show you where you're going, where you're headed. Super sick stuff,
man. I love the idea, or just, you know, love seeing him talk more and just get to see him more, especially, you know, what happened after the match. That babyface run about to hit, dude. That shit about to hit.
That was what I was gonna say too. It definitely gave watching that video package. It definitely gave me like babyface vibes. All I could think to myself was like, man, this guy's gonna be a fucking great babyface one day, man.
And it's on track now.
Seems like today is the day.
Exactly.
So, so he hit the overhead suplex for a near fall. Okada then hit his jumping tombstone for a near fall. He would then go to hit. He then hit the lariat when he, you know, where he holds onto the arm and then he picks him up and he goes for the Rainmaker. But Takeshita ducked it and gave him a blue thunder bomb for a near fall, as he would then hit Okada with a Rainmaker of his own for a near fall. Okada all match was ducking Takeshita's big running knee. It's almost like a V trigger. At least that's
like a lower V trigger, if that makes sense.
It kind of looks how Kenny used to do the V trigger. Now Kenny's V trigger is a little soft, but that's okay. We know you're getting older, Kenny.
Exactly.
But it does remind me of how Kenny used to do it back in the day where he could run without probably feeling chronic back pain.
Run without feeling pure pain in his whole body.
Yeah. So
he's like, oh fuck.
So Takeshita finally hits his big running knee, hits him with a raging fire. And you could tell he was hyped, bro. He put some serious spin on that one. Hits him with a raging fire. Go ahead.
He was like Okada, like landed on his side, damn. He spun his ass.
And he covered him without even hooking the leg for the 1, 2, 3, as Konosuke Takeshita, the Alpha, has conquered the Rainmaker.
Hell yeah, dude.
You could tell how much this meant to, obviously, Okada is like the fucking man. I'm sure Okada was the man while Takeshita was coming up in New Japan, or in just the Japan scene. So, dude, this guy Takeshita was fucking damn near crying, and I don't even think it was because he won the international title. I think it was because not a lot of people get the privilege to beat Okada. Not a lot of people in AEW do. It's like
beating Mox. You know what I mean? Like that's an achievement.
100%, man, 100%. And
Well, unless you're Kyle O'Reilly, you got like 3 of those for some reason.
yeah,
Don't know why he's kryptonite, but we'll get to that in the next match or in the 2 matches.
yeah. So we had Takeshita winning this one, man, as yes, this one meant so much to him, and I almost fucking started crying because I finally seen Okada put on a fucking great match that was very hyped. I was very, very proud of Okada. And obviously Takeshita, we all know Takeshita's the man, bro, and I'm so glad Tony Khan loves him as well. He loves fucking putting this guy in big matches, and he had him beat Okada. This is one thing I constantly talk about with WWE, man. Tony Khan, 9 times out of 10, bro, is not afraid to have, the younger group of guys get these big victories, man, and beat these huge names, and I really love to see it. It's something I think Triple H should get more used to doing. And yeah, I completely love that Tony Khan did this here tonight. I think this was the best outcome.
I think this was the best outcome, man. I love the decision here. I think this was the right way to go, and just the very just refreshing way to go. With like you said, compared to Triple H. Hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna. I don't really hate to be that guy. I'm lying. But I'm gonna be that guy. All right, I'm lying to you guys. I love being that guy, but not to be an AEW mark, but that's it's just a nice feeling of like the next generation guy is actually stepping up and beating and moving up and evolving. It takes a long time for Triple H to do that, man. And with Tony Khan, you just get it, man. When it's time, you just get it, and the people actually move up the card and they evolve and they get wins over bigger names. It's really awesome to see, man. Especially with like the story of Takeshita, man, coming in as like a when he came into AEW at first, he just had that like 3-week span, and fucking Tony Khan hired him because he was so good, and been on that journey ever since, man. It's great to see that journey, and it's paying off, man. It's one of those people. That's why WWE always has that mentality of, oh, we never know if things a fluke or not. You have to put in the work to make sure it's not a fluke, man. And look what you did here. You invested in Takeshita. It's not a fucking fluke. People love this fucking guy. I love him. He's great, and very happy with the decision. Very happy to have not only another title off Okada, if I'm being honest, but
Yes.
another title that has, a care about it. At one point, this was your best mid-card title you had, and I think under a guy like Takeshita, especially with the story you're building, after this match, you have a real story that could put even higher value on that title, man. I really like this decision, man. I'm really happy with it.
Me too, man. I'm very happy, like Sir K just mentioned. I'm very happy to see the championship off of Okada. I think Okada is a terrible champion.
In AEW, at least.
Yes, yeah. Excluding his New Japan stuff, I know them people over there.
He's God.
Okada's like a fucking cold hero. He's like fucking Ludwig Kaiser in Japan. He's like Kaiser in Mexico to the people in Japan. But no, man. In AEW, I think he's a terrible champion. I think they do nothing but put the championships on him to, as a prop, just to make him look cool. You know what I mean? I think that's about all they've ever put a championship on Okada in AEW for, to be 100% transparent. But yeah, so I definitely like that, and like Sir K said, I love that Tony Khan is willing to invest big victories and big moments into a guy like Takeshita, who's again a part of their younger, core of guys that's hasn't even hit his prime yet. So yeah. It's really nice to see. And boy, if you thought that things were great for Takeshita here, let me fucking tell you, they're gonna get even better, because after the match, we seen RPG Vice, or Heel Rocky, and Dangerous Dunkzilla Mark Davis out in the ring with Okada and Don, and Takeshita. He didn't want to be cool with Okada after this. He didn't
want to dap up and be like, all professional or squash the beef or whatever. Because, I mean, Okada was the dick to him the whole time. I mean, he's no reason to fucking squash the beef.
100%. So he He didn't want to dap up, bro. And it looked like Mark Davis started taking off his jacket. It looked like they were about to ambush Takeshita. And then we heard the music for the proto star, bro. Kyle Fletcher is back.
Let's go, dude.
Which, bro, he got hurt
Not that
when?
long ago. Like, what, 2-3 months ago it was? It was something like that.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be gone like another 2-3 months, if I'm being honest, man. At least from what I thought I heard about the injury.
Yeah.
Shocked the hell out of me, man. He looks great.
He got hurt a month ago.
Oh my god.
He had this is from Fightful. TNT champion Kyle Fletcher has reportedly suffered a meniscus injury plus additional injuries. He's expected to be out of action for a while. Well, so much for that.
So
Fightful.
much for that. We're in modern day wrestling, man. That shit don't happen.
Yeah, no, 100%. Nobody stays out long term these days.
Cody fucked everything up.
Hey, he really did. So, Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher got in the ring, and Takeshita and him were standing side by side. The Don Callis guys got out of the ring, and Kyle and Takeshita hugged. As remember, a couple months ago, man, they told each other it was Proto Sheeta forever.
Proto Sheeta forever, man.
And they hugged, they embraced. Kyle raised his hand. Very, very respectful, very happy for his boy Takeshita. He's raising his hand, and he fucking clotheslined him, bro. Took out his boy as Proto Sheeta is dead.
It's dead, dude. My heart's broken. I love Proto Sheeta, man.
It's a big Proto Sheeta
I'm a massive Proto Sheeta guy, man.
Yeah,
but Proto Sheeta, it's dead, man.
Proto Kata lives.
Proto Kata lives. Oh, maybe not for long, actually.
Hopefully not for long.
Hopefully not for long, man. But, man, not only is it great to see Kyle Fletcher, he's re-solidifying his heel status, which I think is very good for the time being. I think you want to keep him as a heel for a time being. And, dude, babyface fucking Takeshita? Oh, hell no, man. What the hell? They talking about the real good. Nah, Flex, you know the real Golden Lovers, man. You know the real ones. But,
nobody can touch
Kenny and Cody, man.
Exactly.
Truly the best of friends. Wink, wink. But dude, the turn on Takeshita, man. Takeshita is now going to be on that babyface journey, man. I'm really pumped for that. He's a champion now. He's going to be on that babyface journey. You do a lot with that, especially with, the whole Don Callis family story. To circle that title around, give that title a story to be circled around. Look at that, man. Look at that. Was this so hard to do like 3 years ago, man? Love to see it nowadays, man. Very happy to see this nowadays, man. And even, after when Okada got back in the ring, Okada was all hype, and, he goes to, grab the title to like hold it up, and, he kind of was looking at Fletcher. Fletcher was looking at him. RDT's in that breakup too. Tony Khan, man, what the hell, man? You're doing everything right. What the hell, man? I'm shocked by that, man. But love that segment. Love that turn segment, man. Love the idea of babyface Takeshita, man. Heel Kyle Fletcher, and possibly another already tease for the Okada and Fletcher beef. I love to see that, man. I really love to see that.
Yes, absolutely incredible, man. So yes, Kyle Fletcher turns and takes out Takeshita, giving him a brain buster, in the middle of the ring. And like Sergey just said, man, him and Okada grabbed the international title at the same time, and they looked like they were about to have a tug of war over it. And Okada kind of just gave it up and said okay or whatever,
Right.
and Fletcher held on to it, bro. Dog, if you think things were good here, do you understand we are about to get Takeshita Fletcher probably at Forbidden Door? We're probably going to end up getting a triple threat at All In, I would think.
I think the triple threat are all in, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see us getting I could see us getting Fletcher Takeshita at the June Forbidden Door. And then I think we could see Okada Takeshita at Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe Okada could say like, you had your chance at it.
No, let me get mine.
Let me get my rematch or whatever. And then I could see them doing triple threat at All In, Takeshita, Fletcher, Okada. Maybe that's where we see Fletcher win the belt. But bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Fletcher and Takeshita is going to be off the charts, bro.
That shit's gonna be insane, dude.
That match is going to be fucking bonkers, bro. I can't even describe how amazing that match is gonna be. But again, teasing an Okada Fletcher breakup, or teasing one of those guys. Hopefully Fletcher getting out of the Don Callis family next.
Oh please. Get him out that fucking get him out the vision.
Yes, no, 100%, bro, 100%. You can leave Okada in there all you want, bro.
Okada in there, I don't care.
Just get Takeshita and Fletcher out of that fucking group, for crying out loud.
Just
bro.
get my Golden Boys out that group, and I'm cool with it. You can do whatever you want with that group at that point.
Yes, no, 100%.
You can put any schmuck in there. I don't care anymore.
100%, dude. They need to, man. They need to. But man, this is gonna be crazy. And again, I love, putting a story around the international championship. That is what you need for your belts to, mean something, man. And that is something that I think we need for the international championship. And yeah, that's amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. I absolutely love to see it. And I'm very, very happy with the results we got tonight. And I'm very happy we're seeing Kyle Fletcher, at least from what we were told, way ahead of schedule.
No, it's really nice seeing him way ahead of schedule, man. And I love seeing Kyle Fletcher. I hope, he is good medically and all that is truly cleared, man. But either way, love seeing him. Love seeing that title on Takeshita. And again, you're putting that title in a whole Don Callis family breakup circle. I love the sound of that, man. We're going to get some good singles matches and probably a great triple threat All In. Love to see it, man. I love that idea. And, the evolution of their characters, all, Takeshita outgrowing the Don Callis family, soon Kyle Fletcher outgrowing the Don Callis family. That's all going to be really dope to see, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the next match was the open to the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. This is the quarterfinal for the women's. Mina and Athena. This one was okay. This one was rather quick.
It was a very quick match.
There wasn't honestly really nothing, again, that really stood out. It wasn't a weak match. It was honestly probably the weakest match of the night. It was,
I would say,
but again, not to say it was like a weak or a bad match
No.
or anything like that, but again, just the weaker one on the night. It felt very short. Athena won with an O face, or the Eclipse. That is, I don't know.
hate that name, the old face, dude.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, man. But
what are the origins? What is the genesis of this name, bro?
Brother, commentary, man. But either way, man. Yeah, like you said, very short match, man, and probably the weakest, man. And I like Mina. I really love Athena, man. They just never really did anything with either of these two prior to this match, so unfortunately, it's kind of hard to care. I am glad Athena wins. Hopefully, she looks good in this tournament. I don't know. I really don't know who's gonna fucking. Well, probably Alex wins her, but hopefully, she can make it through pretty successfully, man. But either way, it was a fine match, man. Nothing. It was the weakest match, but it wasn't a bad match, and I like the Athena win, man. I did.
100%. So Athena will move on to face the winner of Sky Blue versus Sari. Why does she have 3 E's at the end of her name?
Oh, what did commentary call her tonight, Sari? They called her the freelance of the Owen Hart tournament, like they call her like the freelance, or like the something like that. I was like, all right, brother, all right.
Wow, freelancer.
She was like, something like that. I was like, all right.
Gotta love AEW.
But I love commentary, man.
Yeah, that was that match. Mina gets knocked out of the tournament in the first round to Athena, as she will face the winner of Sky Blue versus the freelancer of the tournament, Sari. The next match, Superman versus Kryptonite.
Dead ass, bro.
The AEW Continental Championship, we have Jon Moxley versus the guy who's always had his number for some reason.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Fletcher.
Kyle O'Fletcher, man. Oh, dude, speaking of getting fucking things wrong, dude. JR on the call for this match, deadass forgot Kyle O'Reilly's name at one point, dude. He goes, you know, the, you tell he kind of like sitting there, and you can just hear like Excalibur go, O'Reilly. He's like, oh, yep. Yep, that he forgot his fucking name, dude. Come on, bro.
Excalibur's got no fucking room to talk.
He
called him Kyle Fletcher.
He called how are you so fucking lost where you need Excalibur to guide you? What the hell, man? What the hell, man? But,
oh man.
So, you know, Superman and his kryptonite, man. We got, you know, the Continental Kingpin versus Kyle O'Fletcher. And it was a really good match, man. I still wonder why he's his like tough challenge and he's his kryptonite, but it was still a very good match. And of course, banger fucking entrance, man. That little hallway they were in.
Yes.
And I love how like someone else is always like holding the title to give to fucking Moxley. That shit's so dope. Whether it's Marina or Claudio, man. You know, the dictator, God himself, Claudio. Very dope entrance, obviously, from the Death Riders and Moxley.
Amazing. It was an absolutely amazing entrance. As always, just aura off the fucking charts, bro. They go through the hallway, dude, and you see Claudio standing in the entrance to the hallway, and the whole time they're moving the camera like this, and it's just like spiraling toward the dictator Claudio, bro. as then it's going through a shot of all the Death Riders standing in the hallway. Pac couldn't show up for whatever fucking reason. But he
could be visa stuff. He always has like that problem once a year.
That motherfucker's got to have the worst visa.
He's got to have the worst lawyer ever, dude. His lawyer sucks.
God, they can't fucking manage a target with him, bro.
Every year he has like a 6 week span where he just can't make it.
Like, jeez, bro, what is he doing? And then it finally gets to Moxley. He, gets his slaps by Marina Shafir, which, bro, on the pre-show,
I'm glad you brought
Daniel Garcia was like telling Marina Shafir, slap me. So she slaps the dog water out of him. And then you just see him like holding his fucking face. He's like, damn.
You can tell he was like, damn. Hilarious spot.
So, yes. So, we obviously get the very dope entrance for the HR department of AEW, the Death Riders. Moxley comes out again, has another aura-filled entrance as Excalibur during this match was frying me, bro. He was fucking frying me.
He was on one, dude.
He was doing his typical Excalibur thing where he's like, he like can't find the fucking words to say, or like something's distracting him. I don't know if he's like fucking looking at text messages on his phone,
or if he's like hearing Tony Khan in his ear and it's fucking him up or something. I don't know what fucks him up.
He's sitting there and it's like very early on in the match, he goes, John Moxley has a strong face in dealing with Kyle Fletcher. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Bro's brain lag, dude. Like, god damn.
Jeez. Also, if anybody was at the show, how fucking cold was it, dude? Because John Moxley, I noticed during this match, I don't know how cold it dropped in New York. I looked it up, and it said it was 57 degrees. I don't know what the wind was like. But, dog, John Moxley was steaming.
He was steaming, dude.
And then you could see Kyle O'Fletcher's back.
And then you could see his breath, too.
I said his back. You could see Kyle O'Fletcher's breath.
Like, God, how cold was it in there, bro? Holy shit. You could even see it, like, a little bit during the main event, too. Mm-hmm. And a little bit during Stadium Stampede. But this match specifically, dude, they deadass looked like they were wrestling fucking out in the snow, dude.
Yes.
Like, God damn.
Yes. It was, it was... There was a lot. There was a lot of steam coming off of Moxley, bro. Kyle O'Reilly locks in a fucking ankle lock. The ankle lock he always does. This man, Excalibur, says, Kyle O'Reilly, he's got John Moxley by the toe.
He's got him by the toe. What?
Was he fucking playing with little piggies with him?
This little play this little piggy.
Dude, what? He's got him by the toe. It's an ankle lock. He's grabbing his foot.
It's an ankle. He's wrenching the ankle.
What do you mean he's got him by the toe?
Got him by the toe, dude.
He's got him by the toe.
Got him by the toe.
John Moxley hits a Death Rider on Kyle O'Reilly and transitions into the Bulldog Choke, which Kyle O'Reilly rolled back into a pinfall that was kicked out by Moxley. When Moxley kicked out, Kyle used the leverage to lock in an ankle lock of his own, which Moxley reverses it and locks it into an ankle lock of his own, and got Kyle O'Reilly in the ankle lock, and Kyle O'Reilly taps out. John Moxley finally defeats the man who cannot be defeated. I'm actually very glad they wrote this.
They kind of finally wrote the book. They closed the book on this.
Yeah, because this was the most fucking random I've got your number on the planet.
You couldn't have picked a cooler name to have his number he's already wrapped up with something, but a Takeshita level name.
Yeah.
Speedball or some name that's
Osprey,
a real. Yeah,
MJF.
a real name back there, you know what I mean?
Swerve.
Somebody fucking. I'll take Bandito, you know what I mean?
Brody King, if he can find himself a win.
Yeah, I mean, he'll find himself some type of win, man. This is, there is no easy match for the Owen, man. Remember that. Just wait till we get to the fucking Brody King match. But no, I am very glad they kind of wrapped this up, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Again, still don't know why he's his fucking kryptonite, man. But I'm glad he's not his kryptonite anymore, man.
John Moxley, I did enjoy the match. I did enjoy the match, and again, I think they put on a very good match, and I'm very glad to just kind of see them wrap this up. This was a storyline, and I love the storyline of John Moxley was quitting all the time, and his group was slowly starting to give up on him. I just wish it was at the benefit of a better guy, or a guy that I cared more about. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly is about as random as you can get on the roster. He's literally a member of the conglomeration, bro. Why is that the guy you chose to be
one of the weaker members too? I put Roddy above this man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just and Kyle's a good wrestler, but it's just he's just so random.
He's just a tag team guy for me. I know people loved his little stint in NXT, and people do
ass.
To me, it was, man. But people really like it,
yeah.
And people in the AEW fans really like him in a singles capacity. For me, he just doesn't hit in a singles capacity, man. If we're talking about conglomeration, I'll take Orange Cassidy. I'll take Per Excalibur, Robert Strong.
Oh my god, that's so hilarious.
He called Roderick Strong Robert Strong, but. Fuck, I'd rather take him. At least he could wrestle his ass off. And again, not that Kyle can't, but he just doesn't hit as a singles for me. He just doesn't make it as a singles for me.
Yes, when I think Kyle O'Reilly, I think the same thing. I think Smash. I think of Red Dragon.
Yeah, some type of tag team. I think of Axe's match of Red Dragon, something. Yeah. Not singles personally.
And the Roddy tag team was great as well. But I just the definitive
Red
one.
Dragon.
Yes, the definitive one for me. Him and Bobby Fish were just fucking poetic together, man. I loved those two guys together. I really did.
And that theme song, man, especially with the roster you're about to have, you could do Red Dragon and New Day, dude. Come on, Bobby, you had to fuck it all up.
He said he would go to war for Triple H, and Triple H would not go to war for him.
He wouldn't even go to Starbucks for him, man. So
come on.
He wouldn't. That was an MLW. That's the place where your career goes to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He probably wouldn't go to Starbucks for him.
He probably wouldn't even. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way about Kyle. I mean, Kyle's a great wrestler. I just never thought of him as a promising singles guy. And again, he's a phenomenal wrestler. But
It just doesn't hit.
I really respect Kyle, but man, it's just, again, it just doesn't hit in a singles capacity, man. And again, it's like he's just so fucking random on the roster. I mean, for any guy you could have chose to be Jon Moxley's kryptonite, you choose Kyle O'Reilly. That's just
So
terrible,
random, man.
That's terrible, bro.
A roster with fucking Samoa Joe and then people like that. You choose Kyle O'Reilly, man. Just nothing to say. Again, it was actually a really good match, man, but I'm just glad it's kind of over.
Yes, glad they wrapped this whole thing up. Glad they kind of, put a bow on top of Kyle being Jon Moxley's kryptonite for some odd reason. But yeah, so glad it's done. Glad it is done after all. And Jon Moxley gets his win back. Logan says, please never put Kyle in a pay-per-view match again. Thank you. Yeah,
I get that.
I definitely get it. I definitely get it. Doesn't really, can't really say he jumps off the page to interest me.
Personally not.
After the match, these two embrace. They give the handshake as a nod of respect, as the Death Riders were in one corner and the Conglomeration was in the other. So there you go. And the next match, to open the Owen for the men, we have Samoa Joe versus the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay comes out, and the Death Riders are in the crowd watching their boy.
Very dope moment.
As he is about to start his journey to the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, man. So the Death Riders come out, and they are all standing there watching Will.
Moxley's just flexing.
He was. Demon. He dead ass was just being a demon, just standing there flexing, bro. He's a real demon.
Truly a demon.
Samoa Joe comes out, and he's standing in the middle of the ring posing for his entrance, and Will Ospreay hits an Os Cutter right off the bat. Soon as the match got started, he hits an Os Cutter. He then gets on the top rope and hits a 450 splash and then immediately transitions into an armbar, which Joe, he wasn't able to lock it in because Joe had his hands locked. So he ended up getting out of it. These two battled to the outside. Ospreay went to go for the Sasuke special, and and Samoa Joe locked in the Coquina clutch. What the fuck is with Excalibur and calling it the Coquina clutch?
The Coquina clutch,
dude. It's the Coquina clutch.
Co, like a O, not an A, not a Coquina. It's a Coquina.
Man,
god damn. Oh, dude. Speaking of Excalibur, they started off with the hidden blade, dude. Or, he hit that very early on, dude. Excalibur is just fucking yelling. He doesn't even say the word hidden. He just goes, oh blade!
Killed me, bro.
Dude.
Killed me.
Excalibur's the best, man. He's so mad. He's hilarious. Blade. Thanks.
Please.
Dude, greatest call of the night. Didn't even speak English, dude.
I love when he gets so flustered you can't even understand what the fuck he's saying. He gets so hype. So he locks in the Coquina clutch on the outside of the ring and completely bails on the move, lets it go, and just dumps Will Ospreay, throws him, whips him into the barricade behind him.
Brutal
fucking spot. So they get back in the ring, and Ospreay hits a Styles Clash.
Very cool.
To Samoa Joe, which, guys, I know it didn't happen. Traffic was bad in New York. AJ couldn't get to New York. He was going to be there.
The Knicks got everything fucked up, man. New York's all fucked up.
Mm-hmm. He was going to be there again. He was supposed to debut tonight after the main event to challenge MJF for the championship, so he could have the Ospreay match at All In. However, due to Jalen Brunson actively being Batman, and
the city's kind of in
exactly
disarray.
Yeah, the city's, everybody's kind of, people are a little, scared to go to New York at the moment because they know Jalen Brunson's got it on lockdown, being that he is Batman.
He is Batman.
So Osprey or AJ wasn't able to make it to the show tonight. Traffic was a little bit heavy. Everybody's just trying to get out of the city and stuff. So unfortunately, he was stuck in New Jersey for the night. And,
Yeah, exactly. All flights in New York are canceled right now, man.
Yep.
Cities going to start the lockdown just to prepare for that, Nixon loss. Unfortunately, man, they got to prepare. So he wasn't able to make it, man. He'll be ready for Forbidden Door. As long as travel goes well, he should be at Forbidden Door 100%.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So just to clear up any confusion, I know a lot of you guys were, probably thinking the same thing.
Telling us you told us so, but you didn't yet.
Yeah, there's still time.
You didn't tell us so.
There's still time. Even though AJ Styles, he's a big fan of Naraku. Naraku, evil
Naraku.
He's a big fan of him.
He's a big evil guy.
I don't know if anybody.
It's a rough thing to be.
That's a very down bad thing to say.
We all got like a wrestler that like we know isn't great that we love, man. But if you're evil, man, you choose a better one, man. You choose a better one.
Who's yours?
I'm trying to think. Who's like a guy that like I could recognize as not that great, but I like. Because everyone has at least one. I'm trying to think.
Are we talking not that great in the ring or not that great in general?
Maybe in general. Maybe like a bit like they have like one big like thing they're not great at. If that makes sense. I'm trying to think. I might have to like come back to you guys with that because I really got to think about that.
It's a good one.
I'll have to think about that.
It's a good one. I gotta think.
We all got one.
Yeah. I guess AJ's is Naraku.
Naraku is rough. It's a rough one.
Yeah, it really is. So Excalibur says Samoa Joe was hit with a Styles Clash. It's giving him flashbacks to 3 decades ago.
3 decades, 30 years.
30 fucking years ago. 96. I don't even think AJ Styles and Joe fucking locked up in 90 fucking 6.
I think they were probably in fucking high school in fucking 96. What are you talking about, dude?
What is this guy talking about? 3 decades ago.
Like, dude, what was their last match? Like 2019, probably?
It had to have been in 2019 or 18.
Because I swear I remember like they had like a really cool like one-off match in like 18 or 19. And I think that might have been it for their like interactions.
Well, they had that whole
they had a whole feud.
They had the whole fucking feud for the WWE Championship. Wendy, that whole feud.
And then there was like a one-off match like a year or two after that.
Yes.
And like, bro, what are you talking about? That was probably like 2019.
3 fucking decades ago, I think Samoa Joe was in SoCal training to be a professional wrestler. He's probably fresh out of fucking high school. He's probably like 3 years out of high school at the time. AJ Styles in 96, I think he was like a fucking extra on WCW.
He was like a fucking a ring crew guy, probably. What are you talking about?
Like, what do you mean 3 decades ago in 96?
Their first match together was in 03. Like, fucking, that man is fucking what? 6 years off? Brother. Wait, no, not 6, 7 years off. God damn.
Man, what is this dude talking about, bro? 3 decades ago.
Fucking love Excalibur.
But dude, hitting a Styles Clash on Samoa Joe, impressive.
Very impressive.
I don't even think AJ hit that move on Joe in WWE at least.
I don't remember him doing that.
I don't remember him ever hitting a Styles Clash on Joe. I'm sure he's hit one on him
before.
He was man, that was, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's hit one on him in TNA. Definitely not 3 decades ago in 96.
Definitely not in 96.
What are we talking about, bro? Yeah, Logan says AJ wasn't in WCW till 2001.
Like,
what are you talking about, bro?
He's probably fucking in the most fucking butt fuck indie at that time, dude. What are you talking about?
Fucking Excalibur, bro.
I fucking love that man.
So Will Ospreay then he did some like head scissors move where he like dropped down into an arm bar, and Excalibur he didn't ever elaborate on this, but he just goes, Osprey with the Mystico.
Osprey with the Mystico. I guess that's a Mystico move, I'm assuming. I don't know, I'm not a big Mystico match guy. I can't tell you what his moveset is.
I'll have to send that tape into somebody that watches CMLL.
I don't know who does that, man. But yeah,
People, actually.
a lot of people, but no one I know.
Very true. So, Samoa Joe then locks in the Coquina Clutch on Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay almost passed out from this one. He almost passed out, but he was able to get the rope. He was able to get the rope and break the count. Samoa Joe then went to hit the Muscle Buster, but Will Ospreay bounced off of Joe. It was very cool to see. Most of the time people just drop down from it, but he used Joe's shoulders and bounced himself off of him. It looked pretty cool. He then hit the ropes and hit the Excalibur, fucking screaming his head off. And then he hit another hidden blade to the back of the head for the victory. So Will Ospreay moves on in the tournament, and he defeats Samoa Joe in what was an absolutely incredible match. Excalibur continues to kill me, and continues to show out as he always does. I really hope AEW never gets rid of him, bro.
I really hope they never do.
He's a fucking gem.
He's a diamond in the rough, man. He really is.
That motherfucker, man. He is fucking hilarious. But no, this was an absolutely amazing match. Can't believe these guys have never locked up before, and it absolutely delivered.
Absolutely delivered. Truly a dream match. Love to see it. And it delivered, man. The dynamic was very good. The strikes were really good, man. And just the spots they did were really good. Like you mentioned, that escape to the Muscle Buster was really sick. The way he launched himself out of the position onto his feet was super dope. You never see it done like that, man. Only shit that Will Ospreay can do, man. I'm sure someone will try something like that in 3 weeks, but I agree.
So he's probably gonna try it. Is he on Clash? Oh, he's not. Never mind.
No, he's not. He's gonna have to wait till
try it Monday.
Probably. No, but either way, the match was really fucking good, man. Love the dynamic. Love the first win for Will Ospreay. He's obviously my favorite to win the fucking thing. I mean, what else are you gonna do with this tournament? And very good starter match. I loved it. Very great dynamic and just a very good ass match, man.
Absolutely, man. So, with that being said, that is meaning that Will Ospreay will now face the winner of Dangerous, Mark Davis, and Jungle, Jack Perry.
Who matters that wins that match? And I'm sure Davis will win because they're history together, so they could have that history together for the match. But Will's gonna win no matter what. So come on, man.
Yeah.
Dangerous Dunkzilla.
So moving on to the next match, but before we get to that, we do have a word from our sponsor here at NHP. We have a word from none other than W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula that is sugar-free, 0-calorie free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout. Save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly always gotta shout out W. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. No matter what it is, summer, pay-per-view, staying up late, getting up early, focusing on studying, whatever it may be, man. Whatever you need the focus, whatever you need the energy for, W's got you. It'll give you all that. You won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly always gotta shout out W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, thank you, and shout out to the great people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP.
That's what we do.
Speaking of the Owen, we are continuing here with Swerve versus Bandito. as this one. This one This one was good. I think this one suffered
from its spots.
From like back to back to back to back, like
bangers.
A lot. Like this whole show, again, everywhere from FTR and Edge and Christian to Okada to Takeshita to Will versus Joe for Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly. I think this one kind of just suffered the effects of just a little bit of crowd fatigue. But towards the end of the match, the crowd did get back into it. But in the beginning, the crowd, I think, kind of just wanted a second to chill out a little bit.
Well, 100%. I think that was the big killer for me with this match. It wasn't the match itself. It was really the spot. They were just in an unfortunate spot, man. They probably should have moved the women's four-way, which was, next on the card before this match.
Yeah.
So you could start off with 2 bangers. More of a quiet match, 2 bangers, more of a quiet match, and then the final 3 bangers, man. I think that would help this match a lot, if I'm being honest. Either way, wasn't bad. And the crowd wasn't disinterested. You could tell the crowd was just kind of gassed at this point, man. And this was kind of, they ended up just taking this match to have a breather for the rest of the show, man.
They did. This match had a lot of, in the beginning, it was a lot of Swerve working the head and the neck of Bandito.
He was going hard on the neck.
He was.
For commentary.
He then hit Bandito with a house call while he was standing on Bandito's shoulders.
My God.
Very, very wild. Never seen him do nothing like that before.
Super dope spot.
He then hit a swerve stomp on Bandito for a near fall. Bandito would then hit a poison rana to Swerve Strickland on to the outside of the ring. I got another huge reaction from the crowd. He got him inside of the ring for a 21 plex, but because of the damage to his neck, per commentary, it was sending shockwaves to Bandito's leg, and he was convulsing.
And then they said, or he's trying to get feeling back in his leg, dude. I don't know. My foot's never, got numb, and I fucking start shaking it, like convulsing it to get it to not be numb. Don't know what that call was, but I digress. There you just, all right. You didn't even need to say nothing, but all right. Could have just left it at that.
So Bandito couldn't hold the bridge because of the damage that Swerve was putting on his neck that was sending shock waves down his body to make him convulse. Swerve Bandito would then go to hit a 21 plex again, but the standing version of the move where Swerve is standing up, bent over, leaning on the ropes. He went to hit him with a 21 plex, but Swerve caught him in position and hit him with a vertebraker. He hit him with a vertebraker. Immediately, he ran to the corner of the ring and hit a picture-perfect house call for the win. Swerve Strickland advances, and he will face the winner of Claudio and Brody King. I think we all know he's probably going to be facing Claudio.
He's facing Claudio, I'm sure.
So this match was very good. Again, the beginning of it, again, with Swerve, kind of working on the head and working on the neck and allowing him to kind of do his limb target stuff. It was like, it did allow the crowd just a second to kind of calm down. And I think that they wanted that for a while, but they just couldn't because all the shit up until this point had been pretty good and had kept the crowd pretty into it. So I think they kind of just took a second because towards the end of the match, these guys in New York
they were
right
starting
back
to get up
into
again.
it. Yeah. So it was a really good match. I did enjoy it. And yes, I think your final for the Forbidden Door match for the final, the Owen, will end up being Ospreay versus Swerve. I think that's going to be your match. And this match here with Swerve and Bandito was very good.
It was very good. I think that is the most likely match. I wouldn't be shocked if they do have Claudio go to the finals just to have, like, Will Ospreay have to go over a member of the Death Riders. I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think they'll do that, but I wouldn't be shocked if they go with that story, man.
I wouldn't either, especially because Claudio is technically the dude that, broke Ospreay's neck.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, here's your final test. You gotta not only beat him in the Owen to win the Owen, but, he did break your neck, so what are you going to do about So I could see them doing something like that. I think they'll still go with Swerve. Wouldn't be shocked at Claudio, and I wouldn't be mad at Claudio either, man. Either way, very good match here. Like I said, kind of just suffered from a bad placement on the card, man. There's always going to be one match where, crowd's just going to take a little bit of a break for. But either way, it was still a good match with a good ending, man. Good dynamic, and very, very pleased with what we got here, man. And I do like one element, that Bandito changes. He did change his finisher to the main version is that laying down version of his finisher, and he only actually does the standing version when it actually is fluent. I forgot what show that happened for, but I'll never forget one of the ones where he tried to do that. The dude was just waiting there for fucking 20 seconds in that position. It looked horrible, man. So I'm actually very glad he evolved the finisher. And either way, man, looks great. Swerve looks great. He's still agile for, how buff he got, which is great to see. And very good match from these guys, man. Because I know when he did come back as buff, people were like, oh, God, I hope that, doesn't, fuck up his in-ring style. And, he kind of does more, limb work and strong work. But he still can move his ass off, which is good to see.
He can for sure. So, next up, we got the Women's Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Women's World Championship, as we have Tekla, Shida, Stat, and Jamie Hayter here for the Women's Championship. This one was decent. This one wasn't off the charts. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. It wasn't, again, this wasn't, again, this was, this one didn't really have me in the people that I'm really invested in department. So that definitely put a little bit of damper on the match for me, just feeling wise, but the match was still very good.
It was very good. It was kind of in the position where they were like, we need something for Tekla. Let's just throw a bunch of women that, have won this scene before, won the title before, and let's just make, the 4-way out of it, man. It was fine. It wasn't bad at all. Like I said, it was better than I thought it was going to be. They all showed out. Jamie was great to see. Stats great to see. Actually, this was I think the best I've ever liked Hikaru Shida so far. They had of course they did the promo package, and I actually heard her talk for once. Genuinely, I've never heard her talk before until that little video package, her segment in it. She spoke Japanese, but I was like, fuck, I didn't know she spoke. She was actually, a little charismatic, a little bit more than she usually is during this match. So that was actually very shocking to me, man. Either way, it was fine. Kind of did its job. Crowd kind of gave the crowd a little, breather for the last two big things on the show, man. And it was a nice little match. Tekla obviously won. That was very, very obvious, man. And yeah, it kind of just did its job and left.
For sure. We did see some tension between Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander, the tag team of these two women.
Oh, man.
It's
heartbreaking.
Exactly. It's very heartbreaking. It's getting a little rocky here with Tekla, or with Stat and Shida. Tekla won with a curb stomp to Chris Statlander. And that was it, man. That was it. So again, it was an enjoyable match. Again, wasn't really invested, but like Sir K said, they did need something for Stat, or they did need something. I keep saying Stat. They did need something for Tekla, as I'm assuming she's going to be the women's world champion going into All In.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty sure that's where that will. I'm pretty sure that's where that will unfold. But yeah. So it was a decent match and a good way to make Tekla look strong coming out of Double or Nothing. So,
it was.
Yeah. And next we had Stadium Stampede.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. Definitely one of the weaker like stadium stampede matches that we've seen, though. This one felt like very like gimmicky, or very like heavily relied on like,
Like all the absurdity of it, if that makes sense.
yeah, on all the and it's like all the stadium stampede matches do rely on like heavy like spots, heavy crowd spots or things like that. But it's like, I feel like a lot of time we see like more like hardcore stuff. You know what I mean? Like we'll see like a fucking table spot, or we'll see like light tubes or glass, or those are the kind of like spots we see, or like somebody like diving from like a fucking balcony in the crowd onto like
Hmm.
10 dudes in the match. So I feel like those are the kind of things we see. As to where this one, I felt like we seen like a lot of stupid stunts. Like, for example, a stunt that fits a stadium stampede match would be like the stunt we seen with like Jack Perry crashing the bus
Yeah,
into the
that.
golf cart. And an example of something I thought was a little bit like hokey was like the spot with fucking like Jericho and the tennis
Oh, I
rackets,
did not like that
or
spot.
the food fight. You know, like stuff like that, I felt kind of put a damper on it. As like, you could have done, like, you could have replaced that with like an electrical spot, where somebody gets put through like a fucking
One
like
of
a
the production.
speaker, and
Yeah,
like a fucking electrical pyro starts going off everywhere, or like something else. You know what I mean?
100%. That was my gripe with this one. They relied too much on like overly goofy spots, man, and that's not. I'm not really saying that's a bad thing. But it was just too much. Like you said, I think the two examples you use are my two biggest, man. That tennis spot with like the and like in like on paper, using the little tennis launcher machine on paper, you could do something with that. That could be a fun stadium stampede spot, but like that didn't even matter to the spot they went with, because they were just hitting each other with like tennis rackets, and then they just had a big prop one that they hit them with, and it was just doing a little too much. And the food fight one was doing a little too much. If they walked in there, slammed someone through a food table, and then left, I'd been all right. But the whole like sat and sing and food fight part was just doing a little too much for me, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just a little too goofy for me, man. And I get there's it came out with the whole New York stuff where you couldn't do crowd stuff, or you couldn't do, this or that, but you could have still found a way to work around it, man. You could have went to the parking lot more. You could have, maybe went to like a production semi and like wrestle on top of there, or stuff like that, man.
Yes.
That's the type of stuff I think about when you do a stadium stampede. Like you said with the Jack Perry bus spot, like that is a fun stadium stampede spot, man. And I just don't think a lot of them had, and they didn't do the music spot like they always do. That
That's
was the big disappointer for me.
That's the thing, though. But the thing with that is, like, I can't remember. Is that something they only? I know they're the same thing, but like, is that something they only do for Anarchy in the Arena, though?
Oh, it might technically. Yeah, I think that actually is like a technically anarchy in the arena thing, which, is the same, but
But like,
not.
bro,
Just
you
do the
were in
spot.
New York. You could have played New York State of Mind by fucking Nas, bro.
Or
Like,
even like Empire State of Mind by
yes,
Jay-Z. You could have did so much New York shit that you just didn't do. It was just a little disappointing, man.
yeah,
The
like,
intros were cool, but like I was
oh yeah, they were.
for the baby faces, the heel ones. That
I don't
heel
know
team
what.
was
No, that was the most egregious team I've ever seen in my life.
that was the most like, what is this team and what are y'all wearing? Fucking entrance, but the intro for the baby faces was really sick.
That was tough. That was tough. But yeah, yeah. And again, I know all these matches. I know all these matches were. I know all these matches, do rely on like goofy spots. I just think like their choice of spots could have been a lot better and less goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we've just seen a lot better.
We have, and like, actually the biggest annoying thing for me on this match was the commentary. Every 2 seconds you heard on commentary, oh man, how absurd is this? When do you ever see this? For every movement in this match, I mean, the commentary is what I think really killed it for me for this match.
Yeah,
They just
and that
fucking hammered home.
that is just typical Tony Schiavone.
Oh, I hate
And
you.
somehow, some way, he turned it up even more. And he's the king of the, what a moment, what a match. This is, or like, that's my thing with Tony Schiavone too. We could be watching like
The best man.
he did it during like um he did it during the Cope, Edge and Christian and FTR match. Like, we're seeing flaming tables and cinder blocks. Like, I feel like as a commentator, you should be selling how, like,
Dangerous.
devious this shit going on in front of us is right now. And he's always there. Hey, wow. What a match. Like, we're watching, we're like, no, you're not, like, yeah, well, obviously we know we're watching a fucking great match, but you need to be selling, like, how these guys are, like, putting their lives on the line right now. Like, they're fighting each other with cinder blocks.
Exactly. He sells it like a parent telling like their kid to thank, their fucking aunt for the gift. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yes.
he's like telling you to appreciate the moment. And it's like, dude, just shut the fuck up. I'll appreciate the moment. Stop telling me what a moment. When do you see stuff like this? This is so absurd. Schiavone was extremely annoying during this match for me.
Yes, he definitely can do that. But yeah, just thought they missed the mark here, and this was one of my big fears with a guy like Jericho being involved, is he's very like that.
He loves those like overly goofy stuff.
He loves the like just overly hokey, goofy bullshit. So it definitely did scare me.
Felt like a jerk.
And then another thing that I didn't like about this dude, Excalibur, was just constantly hammering home like how important Jericho and Ricochet's feud is to this. And it's like, yes, like their feud, sparked all of this, but it's like that's constantly what AEW does. And this was one of my fears about coming into this match is and again, this is why I say this every time, like, you shouldn't do this stuff as like a yearly thing. And so what do they go and do?
They make it a yearly thing.
They make it a yearly thing, and they put Jericho in it, and they constantly drive home. They constantly just have to tell you how important Jericho is to this stuff. And it's just like, dude, like, could we just like, yes, there's Jericho in here, but there's fucking 6 other guys.
There's
like
the elite in this match.
I don't like, yeah, I know that it started from Jericho and Ricochet, so you don't have to tell me that, but it's like that's constantly what they do. They constantly like overly try to like make him the center of attention, and it just gets a bit annoying. They did it during Inner Circle and what was their name? The Pinnacle.
Yeah, the
feud.
Pinnacle.
So it's like, it to me is like, I just, again, it constantly, like, there's so much great talent in this match, and they always just try to like, and then they always try to just put the spotlight on Jericho. But and then too, it's like, I don't know. It's just things I've gotten tired of with Jericho over the years. It's just like,
I get it.
They like overly try to like hide his flaws.
They do. They try too hard to hide his flaws to the point where like it gets annoying and you notice the flaws more because they're trying so hard to cover them up. It's just frustrating, man. It was overly about Jericho, and like they didn't do a lot of cool different stuff. And really, for next year, man, unless you really have a story or team you could really put this match in, please just take a break, man. Please take a break if you can, man. I know they're going to want to, and I know they're going to do the match anyway. Just please have like a team ready if you know you're going to do this match, like 2 teams ready that fucking like matter to the show and or something, because this was just too much, man. This was just a little too much. Again, it wasn't even bad. It was just one of the weaker ones, and it was just a little bit like, just I get it. Okay, like I get it. That was my big killer during this match.
So last year for Double or Nothing, we seen Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow, Joe Hobbs, and Shibata versus the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. And even in that, there wasn't like an over reliance. Like they weren't shoving in your fucking face like
Moxley.
Like, like the genesis of this is the Bucks and Swerve Strickland, and it felt like, it just kind of felt like a team effort. It felt like a team effort, but like they definitely try to overly again, I just think they try to overly hype up Jericho, and I think they try to just kind of hide his flaws a lot. But and that's not to say he even did bad in the match, but
No,
um,
it was his more ideas. You could tell are his ideas for the match, which really frustrated me.
yeah. So we have intros from both teams. The heel team was standing on the outside. Ricochet and the Demand had baseball unis on. I don't know, like where the like that
They
looks fucking terrible. Like
they looked so.
they're not even in a baseball field. They're like, what the fuck was the Demand baseball unis, bro? You're on a tennis stadium.
It was weird, dude. Like all the heels, their like entrance gimmick was they all pulled up in different vehicles. The Don Callis family pulled up in like a Hummer limo. Um, the dogs pulled up in like one of those like hick lifted trucks. I fucking hate those. But they pulled up in like one of those with like the underglow and shit. I think the Demand just pulled up with. They might have pulled up on their own, or they pulled up with the Don Callis family. I don't even remember how they pulled up, but like they pulled up in a G wagon. That's what they fucking pulled up in. They in like a silver G wagon.
Screams baseball.
It screams baseball, man. But just weak heel team and weak heel like intro entrance, man. The babyface really fucking fried him with that one.
The baby faces had a spectacular intro.
It was really dope.
It was so cool, bro. It was like they were going to each member of the babyface team in like a certain way. Like they were throwing around a tennis ball to each member, and it was like some like the Hurt Syndicate caught their, or they were like catching theirs, and then they passed it to the Bucks, and they like super kicked it, and it went past them, and then like it rolled by Jack Perry, and then he stabbed it with his knife, and then he like threw it from his knife, and it hit Kenny Omega, who was smoking a cigar. Too fucking tough,
dude.
And then
Kenny, man, smoking a cigar with the old aviators. Man, where's that Kenny been, bro? Where are those aviators more, man?
Shades of the Bullet Club,
that
bro.
was a dope shot. And then like they did like the Left 4 Dead like Suicide Squad freeze frame names.
Yeah,
Super sick, dude. Only thing they missed, they didn't put what the dog doing under Nick Jackson.
Yeah, what in the world was that?
They didn't do that, which was a little disappointing. But other than that, very cool. Like title cards for the guys. Very sick.
What the dog doing, bro?
The dog doing. Goated.
It's absurd, bro. It's absurd. He adopted the phrase, but apparently AEW's not rocking with it, bro.
I don't think they're rocking with it.
What the dog doing, indeed. However, very cool babyface intro. Kenny Omega in the beginning of the match. This just screams Jericho.
Oh, man.
Kenny Omega was in a like a hip stretch by, I don't remember who had the move in, but
I think it was Leona.
Yes, it was Toa Leona. And then he grabbed like one of the members' arms for leverage, and then the whole team were holding on to each other, and there was just a long fucking tail of guys holding to each other's arm to, you know, increase the leverage on Kenny Omega's hip stretch.
Just overly hokey spot, man. Like you said, that's just a Jericho spot.
That just screams Jericho to me.
Like, and it's just like, man, you just try a little too hard, man. You do.
MVP came in and he hit Ricochet's arm with his crutch to break the cycle, and then all the guys literally fell over like dominoes. Bro, it's a stadium stampede, bro. What are we doing? The fucking connecting the Crayola marker spot.
Literally, I want to see you guys beat the shit out of each other, man.
Kenny Omega and Shelton Benjamin and Chris Jericho all dived onto the outside. We then get all four men inside of the four out of the guys. I think it was Shelton, the Bucks, and Jericho, all hitting Hurricane Runners, as Excalibur says, on four of the heels in the match. Jack Perry. Actually, I think this was
This was the spot where he did the.
he fucking landed it, or Jericho landed the Hurricane Rana, or was that later in the match?
Think
I
think that was later. I know right before. I think it's actually Nick because I know this is also where Perry did the garbage,
Yes.
the vacuum spot.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the very next thing. Jack Perry then fucking hit Mark Davis.
With like the container of like the vacuum container that like you
Yes.
put all the shit in.
And I don't know if Taz got asthma, bro, but you could just hear this man hacking. Because that shit went everywhere. They couldn't even clean that up. That was like there there during the main event match.
You could see like the print of it for the rest of the show.
Yeah. So he hit him with the vacuum dust. He hit him with the vacuum dust, and the Hurt Syndicate and Gates of Agony were fighting in the back as some dude who was just ranting in what did Excalibur say is innocent bystander.
Innocent bystander.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that was during the main event.
No, that was during
cameraman, an innocent bystander.
He called him something.
So there was a dude in the back that Shelton Benjamin just started beating the shit out of with Bishop Khan for no reason. Then we see Bobby Lashley and Toa Leona fighting, and as Bobby was laying on the ground, Blackheart Leo Rush came up.
Bobby.
And shades of fucking 2019. He says, Bobby.
That was funny.
His little buddy's back. His little fucking manager from WWE in 2019. That was such an odd pairing, bro.
It was such an odd pairing, man. I kind of fucked with it, but it was such an odd pairing. Bobby.
I think the pairing would have worked in WWE if they actually had Leo Rush wrestle.
Yeah, and then they just like... They just made him like just someone that got beat up every week.
Yeah.
But I remember when it first started, it was actually like interesting. They just never did anything with it, man.
Yeah, they would literally just running around the ring. So he got very happy to see his buddy Bobby. Bobby's fucking face looking at him was killing me. He was
like, oh fucking.
He was looking at him like, what the hell?
The hell are you? The hell is even that?
No, for real, fucking for real though. And he's like. Toa Leona then he like pushed Leo Rush or something, and Leo jumped on his back and like pushed him through the door. We then get to the Young Bucks super kicking Clark Connors on an escalator, and then they ran up the stairs, and as he made his way to the top, they super kicked him again. As we got a shot of they were like fighting at a merch table before this, and we got a shot of Matt Jackson holding the AEW World Championship, and I was hoping he would have passed it to Nick, just so we could have got a fucking picture on Twitter of Nick Jackson holding the AEW title, bro.
I needed it, bro, and they didn't fucking do it, man. You guys cowards,
bro.
Fucking cowards, man.
We need the Nick Jackson.
Greatest singles wrestler that ever was run.
Yep, we need it, bro. We fucking need it. So we got the spot with the escalator with Clark Connors. Andrade is then posing with some baddies, right? In the mid-stadium stampede, he's exchanging numbers.
Wonder who would do that.
Yeah, and one of the baddies comes up, and it is Luchasaurus wearing a wig. And Andrade is very, very upset by this, and he gets distracted by this. Leading to offense for the babyface team. We then go over to the tennis ballroom with Chris Jericho and Ricochet, where Ricochet was fighting Jericho with a tennis racket, and Jericho opened up a door, and Luger was standing there with a giant tennis racket.
Oh, man. Funny. Just overly Jericho hokey stuff, man.
Yeah, this is one of the things where I was like, that's a Jericho spot for sure. They thought of that. So then Jericho turned on the tennis ball machine, and the balls started fucking flying at Ricochet. Then Jericho went over there. Then Jericho went over there right in that area as
Right
the
in-
balls are
or
fucking
they're
flying
still
at
getting
him.
shot at him. Like what? Like they're standing. One fucking whip past his head, dude.
Dude, no.
I was like, all right.
So, yeah, that could have been bad. That could have really been bad. So Jericho, then Jericho pins Ricochet in the tennis area. This is another thing from Stadium Stampede. I thought you can only pin in the ring.
I thought so.
I could have swore that was a rule in past years, but okay.
All right.
We then have Mark Davis and Jack Perry
Oh my god.
in catering as they run in to Instagram phenomenon Tommy Invincible.
Brother.
They had the goat.
The little goat.
They did have the little goat, bro. They had Tommy Invincible. He tells Mark Davis not to hit Jack Perry because we are invincible. And he fucking screams invincible. And Mark Davis clobbers him.
Damn.
He clobbers him. As these guys are fighting, Perry hit a drop toe hold to Mark Davis, and it looked like Mark Davis fell face first into the leg of a chair. And dude, he looked like he was in a lot of pain. He was holding his eye and like kicking his feet around.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he fell into that chair leg, which looked pretty brutal. So
hope his eye is good because he did have bandages over that eye. He damn near fucking had a blindfold on for the rest of the match after this.
Bro, that killed me, dude, when you said this dude's out here wrestling blindfolded.
Dude, because like from
That's
most
how it looked.
I was gonna say from most camera angles, it looked like it was over both of his eyes. And I was like, dude, is he a fucking Jedi in training? What the fuck is going on here?
So Andrade comes in there. Him and Kenny Omega are fighting, and Andrade backs into Satnam Singh, who his face falls into his food. He then gets pissed and goes to put Andrade through a table, but Andrade ends up pushing an extra in front of him, and the extra obviously goes through the table. Satnam Singh then yells "food fight," and they start a fucking food fight.
More hokey Jericho stuff,
Again,
man.
Definitely seems like a Jericho spot for sure.
They could have just put him in a food table and that was it. You didn't need to do all that.
Yeah, they're literally like tossing around lettuce and fucking slices of cheese. Like, what the fuck,
like,
bro?
What are you doing?
According to Excalibur, Kark Connors is getting put inside of a shopping cart and gets hit with a trash can, which a football
did
falls out of. Nick Jackson is not only the greatest singles wrestler that never was, he now is the real QB1.
Dude.
This motherfucker, Nick Jackson, took the football and bro's got a cannon. He launched that motherfucker, bro.
Into the crowd.
It got a pop.
It got a pop because he fucking launched that thing, dude.
Yes.
Nick Jackson's the GOAT, dude.
Yes, he is, bro. He looked better than the fake demon himself, JJ McCarthy, bro. He looked better than Justin Fields out there.
Look at that, man.
He looked better than Tua turned the ball over.
Exactly. He was moving. He got an arm.
Perhaps he looked better than Michael Penis Jr.
Michael Penis Jr. Damn.
So, Nick Jackson, he's Cody. You better watch out. I think we got a new QB1.
We got a real QB1, man.
Even though Cody's like QB5.
Yeah,
but I digress.
He's a QB, he's genuinely QB2 at the greatest.
They still rely on John Cena to sell tickets more than Cody Rhodes.
Fucking Roman Reigns, dude. Like, come on, bro. What you doing, man?
They put Nick Jackson, or they put Kark Connors in the shopping cart, put a trash can over his head, roll him down the aisleway, and Nick Jackson super kicks him. So we got. Oh, I forgot to mention too. Jericho used the tennis balls earlier in the match, and he used them like they were thumbtacks. Like he like poured a bag of them out and then like hit Ricochet with a suplex on like a bunch of tennis balls.
I don't know what the
Like, what is that
obsession.
spot?
I don't know what the obsession with tennis was for this match. I don't know if Jericho's just been into tennis, but a lot of tennis stuff, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Didn't hit for me. Almost none of those spots did for me.
Yeah. It like I don't know, I guess
Again,
he took inspiration from them being in the Louis Armstrong arena.
I guess.
They're in a tennis arena, but it doesn't mean you need to
You have to do tennis stuff.
Yeah.
Even then, I like the idea of the little tennis launcher spot. You just did like the worst version of that spot. Yeah, they just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Commentary's making their stupid AEW commentary fucking jokes. He's like, they were like, when Jericho had the giant tennis racket, they're like, that's Satnam Singh's tennis racket. Like, bro, shut the hell up.
Shut up, dude.
Anyways, so we then get Mark Davis almost getting run over by Jack Perry in the Jurassic Express. We cut back in the ring, and Mark Davis, I guess he dodged it and like ran back into the arena because afterwards, when Jack Perry got out of the bus, he couldn't find him.
Guess he's also fucking Batman canonically. He just fucking shifted
He, like,
out the way.
away.
Yeah, the fuck. And like Logan says, it was the most obvious like camera cut to him just being gone instantly.
Which is like, why didn't they just film him like getting out of the way right before Perry crashed?
Yeah. Or like instead of a golf car, why didn't they make it like an actual like car that you could have him like get into, and when you cut away, he's obviously out the fucking car, but you run in and smash the car.
Yeah.
Could have done something like that, but I still like the spot. It was still one of the better spots in the match for me.
I'll take that over a food fight.
I'll take that over fucking all the tennis shit too.
So Kenny Omega, when they cut back into the ring,
dude,
starts going nuts. I mean, this shit looked like 2016 all over again. He's like, he's hitting like these like stiff ass shots on the dogs. He's then giving everybody snapdragon suplexes fast as fuck
with like real speed. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Dude, I was stunned. I
ain't
bro.
seen him move this fast in like 4 years, bro. What the hell? The hell, Kenny? Where's this come from?
Wild stuff. So, Toa Leona and Mark Davis get put through tables. Then all the other guys get put through tables. The dogs, in which they all get put through tables by the Bucks and Shelton Benjamin and Jericho. Everybody's going through tables. Everybody hits their finisher to Ricochet. Right before Jericho goes to hit the Judas Effect, Khan saves Ricochet, and then Bishop Khan gets hit with 7 super kicks, bro. They had Bobby Lashley out here throwing a super kick. It was wild to see. I never thought I'd see that.
Bobby Lashley in this match was killing me, dude. You could tell he was just so happy to be on pay-per-view, bro.
Every time they cut to him, he's just fucking so giddy. He's smiling. He was like high-fiving people in the front row. It's hilarious, bro.
Was just so happy he finally got to be on pay-per-view, man. Can we get him on pay-per-view more?
Bro looked like fucking Kevin Knight when Mystico got signed. Dude, he was dapping everybody up.
He was fucking, dude. They dead ass won the Super Bowl that night. That shit was going, bro.
Bobby was so fucking happy to be a part of this, bro.
He really was, dude.
Jericho then hit the Lion Salt on Bishop Khan, or as Ricochet renamed it, the Rico Salt.
It's a Rico Salt to my ears. Get the fuck out of here.
Jericho hit the Lion Salt and defeated Bishop Khan to give Team Jericho the win. As it was a good match. I just think this was just one of the weaker if not the weakest Stadium Stampede match that they've ever done. Again, I don't mind like one segment that'll kind of make you laugh because it's like so utterly ridiculous. But when you get multiple that are just kind of like, okay, this is kind of fucking stupid. It eventually just turns into just a poor execution of production of the match for me. So yeah, I just I don't mind one of the just one of these lighthearted
Yeah.
stupid segments in here, but like when there's like two or three of them, it just becomes to be like, okay, like what do we do? Like, who's producing this now?
No, exactly. That's how it is for me, man. That was my gripe with it, man. Again, it wasn't even that it was bad, but it was definitely for me the weakest stadium stampede, man. And I was just kind of annoyed and just kind of just disappointed with most of it, man. There was good spots. There were good, the babyface team I really liked, man, but the heel team for me was really bad. The whole like making it about Jericho I didn't like, and then just the obvious Jericho influence on the spots, all the tennis spots, the food fight spot, just not for me, man, not for me. I would have preferred more just like brawl s stuff, even when you can think about like past stuff or things you could just do in the back, like you could like fucking throw someone through a glass door in the back, or just do more just cool stuff, man.
You remember
Oh,
when they set Jack Perry on fire?
set Jack Perry on
Fucking
fire.
hung Darby Allin by his feet.
Fuck, for like fucking 5 minutes, dude.
Bro was just hanging there.
I knew bro fucking was in a daze. But like that's the kind of absurdity I like, and just this one didn't hit for me, man. And commentary really just annoyed me with how much they talked about how absurd and wild and fun and whimsy this is. I'm like, just stop, bro. Just stop. Either way, the right winners won. Babyfaces won. Glad to see, So I mean, people were moving. Kenny was fucking moving for some reason. Jericho himself was good in his spots, man. I just didn't really like the type of spots and the actual spots themselves in it. For me, it just was the weakest stadium stampede we got.
Yeah. And this motherfucker Jericho, bro, he did a Hurricane Rana and damn near landed that
Yeah,
shit, bro.
he damn near landed it. I was like, all right, then why don't you like try to commit to stuff like that more, man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was that. That was that. That was the Stadium Stampede match. And then that brings us to the main event of the night. That is MJF versus Darby Allin for the World Championship. There was a segment on the buy-in that seen it. It was a promo segment between Mick Foley, MJF, and Darby Allin, where Mick Foley had a little promo battle with MJF, and then he got kicked in the balls, and then Darby came out, and Mick Foley gave him like a little pep talk. First and foremost, I loved seeing Mick Foley in AEW. WWE constantly disrespects the fuck out of this man. At every chance they get, bro, whether it is like people not bringing him up in their Hall of Fame ceremonies, which I like, especially guys like Triple H or guys like The Undertaker.
How do you not bring him up?
How the fuck does Mick Foley not get mentioned in their speeches, bro? But it's like it's just very disrespectful. I think the way WWE just treated Mick Foley, they never even like to like have him around or like
mention, like you said, just mention him.
Yeah, like anything hardly. Like we hardly, heard of like Mick Foley. I don't believe they put him on any of like the WWE World stuff or like any of the other meet and greet shit that they do. Like they like hardly, like they just honestly disrespect that man. And I think and I think he's fucking right there with like Terry Funk for one of the greatest like hardcore guys that we've ever seen.
Most people, especially casuals, will think of fucking Mick Foley as the hardcore guy. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
So, no, it's very disrespectful. But no, I mean, night one in AEW, man, it seemed like everybody loved having him there. I kept seeing pictures floating around of him with all the talent. So it was yeah, it was very, very, very nice and very refreshing to see. And you could tell he was just overjoyed to be there. He was like, MJF was saying like pretty harsh stuff to him, but he was even still like trying to like not crack a smile because of like, you could just tell how like cool he thought that was. He even said it. he even said like he was just gonna soak in how cool the moment is. But no, man, I thought it was really cool. For again somebody to treat Mick Foley with a little bit of ounce of respect in the wrestling business, man, and I hope he's found himself a new home.
I hope he did, man. I hope he did. It was awesome seeing him. He, very much appreciated, enjoyed him being there tonight, and the dynamic was really cool. Him hyping up Darby was really dope. Him interacting with MJF was really dope, and I hope we get to see more stuff like that, man. It was truly awesome seeing him. Glad he got the respect he deserves tonight, man, and I hope it continues, and it probably will.
For sure. We got a Darby Allin like filmed video like we normally do for his big matches, bro. This man was in the sewers
Super dope
of New York, skateboarding through them, holding the AEW championship. Super, super cool, man. He may be in the sewers. We all know who's above them, saving Gotham.
Exactly.
That is indeed Jalen Batman Brunson himself.
Batman in a fucking jersey. In a Brunson jersey. Goated edit, bro. What? But super sick intro for Darby, man. The camera shot of like the street, and then it like went under to the sewer.
Tough.
Him skateboarding through it, and then him like finding the entrance on the arena and fucking climbing the ladder up there. Super fucking sick. And then when he got to his actual entrance, him in the fog behind the scaffolding.
Oh, I forgot to mention
And
that.
I was gonna say I forgot, but that stage with the New York scaffolding, super fucking sick, dude. Perfect for New York. Super dope.
Yes. That was another thing that was so refreshing to see. Sometimes it's just nice to see props. It's nice to see like props and not just like video boards like in the shape of something.
Prop, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes it's just fucking nice to see shit like that, man. Like it's nice, and AEW does a great job at that, I think, of just like every now and again just doing like a prop or like just some type of set. Like watching everybody walk from under the scaffolding, or like Tekla had like spider shit hanging from the scaffolding for her entrance. Like shit like that's just cool to see, man.
Cool to see, man. And I just love seeing stuff like that. It was a super sick set. Really fit New York, man. And I'm glad they did that.
Yeah. It's like to like again, like for like on a WWE show, the best you get is like what we've seen for Clash in Paris, where it's like it's the Eiffel Tower, but it's just a video board. It's just a video board in the shape of a triangle, really. So
like, just do the little, just get metal, just make the fucking little shape of an Eiffel Tower, dude.
Yes.
Like you're in Italy, dude. Do like some Italy
Colosseum pillars.
Yeah, do like a Colosseum pillar or something like that. Just have some fucking fun with it, man. Please.
Yes.
You're in locations, have fun with it.
Yes.
Oh, like how imagine the next time they go to Chicago AEW, like they did the scaffold team, but they kind of do like the same idea, but with like the elevated L train. That would be super fucking dope, dude. Something like that. It's just cool shit.
Yes. Very, very cool stuff. They could definitely do for sure. But bro, right off the bat in this match, we had a Darby Allin suicide dive that they replayed like 3 or 4 times because it was that fucking like bad of a landing, dude. He landed like on the back of his neck and completely crunched.
Oh, brutal.
Oh, my God. And then right after that, they give him an apron power bomb. MJF gives him an apron power bomb, which is, oh my God.
Brutal, man.
So, Darby Allin regains offense here, and he goes to hit a coffin drop on MJF, who's on the apron. And he moves, and Darby... Darby lands right on his back. And Tony Schiavone...
Oh, God.
Tony Schiavone's like, this was the best outcome, guys, because he would have broken MJF's neck. And Excalibur's like, well, Tony, instead, I think Darby Allin might have just broke his back.
Yeah. I mean, for Darby, I think he'd rather break the fucking opponent's neck than break his back. The fuck? What do you mean that was the best outcome for everybody? What?
The fuck?
What's wrong with you?
So MJF then uses these steel steps, puts them on their side, and hits a package pile driver to Allin on the steps. Darby Allin then, behind the referee's back, hits a low blow on MJF, and then gets him in a headlock takeover for a kick out. He then gets MJF in a sharpshooter. MJF grabs the rope, and Darby immediately runs to the top to hit the coffin drop, which is pretty much what he's been beating everybody with for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But MJF had this scouted and had the ability to roll over and get the knees up for a counter. MJF, bro, Excalibur, bro. He had like I don't know what he was trying to relay here.
I still don't know.
So, MJF grabbed the rope when he got to get out of the sharpshooter. So Excalibur's like, MJF, he looked at Bryce and he didn't want to grab the rope, and it's like he didn't want to grab the rope, and he did want to grab the rope.
But he had to grab the rope, and I was like, what are you saying?
What the fuck are you trying to relay to me right now?
I get no clue what
he
he's trying to
looked
say.
at Bryce, didn't want to grab the rope, and then is like, I didn't want to grab the rope, and then he had to grab the rope, so he grabbed the rope. What does that mean? Honestly, what?
You could just say, he really had to grab the rope in that moment, and he was successful.
What do you mean he didn't want to grab the rope? He wanted to just tap out? Did he want to just pass out?
Of course he wants to grab the fuck out of rope. That's the point of a rope break. This is MJF we're talking about. What? Horrible call, dude. What the fuck?
What is this guy talking about,
What are you talking about, man?
So, Darby then hits a scorpion death drop on MJF. Could not make the cover. These two then get into a roll-up off where they just keep rolling each other up. Darby Allin then went to go hit his sunset flip powerbomb sequence. MJF rolled it out, or rolled him back, chopped him in the neck, went to hit a move on him. He went to hit some type of pop-up move on him, but Darby countered it and then was able to hit his sunset flip powerbomb for a near fall. MJF goes onto the outside, and Darby goes to suicide dive onto MJF, but MJF pulls a cameraman in front of the way, and you just see Darby Allin in real time just go flying into this camera. And fucking Tony Schiavone's like, man, have we, like Sir K was talking about a match ago, or a couple matches ago, man, have we ever seen anything like that before? Objection, Tony. Yeah, we have. Have you never watched what a lot of people say is the greatest fucking match of all time? Or have you never even seen the clip of... I feel like everybody's at least seen the clip of Undertaker flying to the cameraman, flying onto the cameraman and completely crunching him at WrestleMania 25. Like, yeah, we have seen this before, you fucking asshat.
Or what about in your own company when our boy... fucking Kingpin Mox fucking pushed the cameraman down for no reason and got sued. Bro, what are you talking about, man? And then, like Logan said earlier in the comment section, I like the start of the show, he, didn't even, touch the cameraman himself, but then they, have, 4 guys get the cameraman out of there, and, all right, man, you ain't gonna do all that.
Excalibur's like, our buddies down.
Our buddies down? What's his name? Tomorrow, but what's his fucking name? You don't fucking know his name. The fuck out of here.
He probably just made up some name.
I think he said a name. And
our buddy Craig's down.
He's probably watching it back like, it's not my fucking name. What are you talking about? My name's Doug. The fuck?
So, the fuck? He takes out a cameraman, and he and MJF battle up to the barber chair that is sitting at the top of the ramp. MJF gets put on the barber table that was holding the pair of clippers. Darby Allin then looks to the top of the scaffolding, climbs the set, and does a coffin drop off of the set onto the table and completely lays out MJF with the coffin drop, but he did smack his head on the platform that was there, and he busted his head open, man. It looked bad. He was bleeding a lot.
It was a lot of blood.
Yeah. He gets MJF in the ring and puts him in a scorpion deathlock, and Darby Allin passes out.
Finally happened.
And of course, commentary was mentioning that this happened to him in his match against Sammy Guevara, as MJF starts smiling because he knows what is going to happen. MJF tries to regain offense, but Darby Allin hits a scorpion death drop to MJF. He then gets on the top to hit the coffin drop on MJF, but MJF jumps up and hits the top rope, thus leading Darby to fall. MJF climbs the top rope, hits him with an avalanche tombstone into a headlock takeover for the 1, 2, 3, as MJF wins and does not go bald. MJF gets to keep his hair, as Darby Allin, it seems like the wheels already fell off. This was kind of a concern of mine I had from the start with him doing like the work rate, defend every week gimmick. And then the whole pass out thing scared me. Not going to lie, the Mick Foley stuff earlier in the night gave me a little bit of hope that MJF was going to lose and that Darby was going to take Mick Foley's words and, really kind of carry him to victory there. But it was not enough to withhold MJF, bro. Darby loses, MJF wins. Speaking on this, obviously there was some antics after the match that we'll get to. I love the match. I think the match was great. I really did. I think every time these guys get in the ring together, it's really very good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy for MJF. This is what did he keep saying? This is 3 times before 30. He's a 3-time world champion before the age of 30. I'm happy for MJF. I am. I really am. I personally just the ending just kind of did underwhelm me, and not because I wanted to see MJF cut his hair. I wanted to see the main event of All In be Darby versus Ospreay. I think there's a ton of story you can tell there with, Darby and the Death Riders. And, a year ago, Darby and Ospreay were, talking about, being aligned with each other to take down the Death Riders. And, a year later, Ospreay's being trained by the Death Riders to win the championship that Darby has. MJF, I just fear we're going to get, like, Face of America stuff, the same shit we got the first time with Ospreay and MJF, and I really don't want to see it. I really don't. And I think they're going to put on a great match. Again, this is just something that we've seen on an all-in stage before. This is the biggest stage for AEW, and we've seen this match on this stage before. This is a match that they've done. This is again, this is the equivalent to them doing like a WrestleMania rematch. You know what I mean? This is the equivalent to them doing a Mania rematch, a match at WrestleMania that we've seen before. You know what I mean? So I do not think that I know that Will Ospreay and Darby Allin have never got a match on a big stage like All In, and I just think for me that would have turned out the better story. And I think I'm not gonna say it would have turned out the better match, but I think it would have turned out the match that I just personally wanted to see more.
100%. I'm in that same boat, man. I'm not mad, and I like MJF, and I'm glad MJF won. And one thing I can be very content about is I know I don't have to wait fucking years for Darby to win it back again. It's not like again, back to like Triple H, it's not like one of those things where, the guy finally wins it, and then, once he loses it, like, damn, that's probably kind of it for a little bit until like fucking years later when they finally wins another. I don't have those same worries with Darby, so that's why I'm not like upset about this. I definitely wanted him to keep it. I would have preferred that for me, definitely. But I know, he'll get it back in like a year or two, and they'll do another thing with him, which will be good, which will be very good. But I think, like you said, I think just the better, deeper story was in Darby and Osprey, especially like the whole, Death Rider stuff. Darby could feel betrayed. He could ask, they even mentioned in the whole, Will and Joe match in their video package. Even in their video package, Joe was saying, where your allegiances lie. We had to help you. We all had to band together against the Death Riders. Now you're getting helped by them. That with Darby, I think really would have hit home, and I think really would have striked. I think it really would have hit, and I just really wanted to see that for the story of All In, man, and just that dynamic of like asking, Will, where's your allegiances lie, and all that stuff, man. And you're gonna get a good story with MJF, and you never know, they might pull out an angle we don't expect out of this. Um, but I really wanted Darby. I just wanted that more personally. I think, like you said, you already kind of done MJF and Osprey, and I think you really have to do something different, and I don't know what they could do different. So I hope they do surprise me. It's not a bad decision. I just prefer Darby, if I'm gonna be honest, man. Kind of expected it from the story they've been telling on television, with how overdoing it with the bald stuff they are with MJF and the whole pass out. I knew that was coming. And I love Darby, and obviously he's gonna climb that mountain again, man. But really would have liked that angle with Will Ospreay, man. But I trust they're gonna do a good story with MJF and Will. I just hope it isn't, like you said, too like country based.
That's what I fear.
That's what I
That
fear too.
that's my big thing. That's my big thing with the whole
Or
MJF and Osprey is I just feel like there might be a reliance on that, and I know they could do better than that.
I know they can do. And my other fear with the story is where they basically take it like MJ and Hangman kind of copycat, where like or MJF's gonna say like the fans love you, but you do like kind of horrible shit, and they hate me for doing horrible shit. And I hope they don't go kind of that. I mean, I like if they break it up, but like I feel like their two paths are paths I don't really care about, which is just copying the Hangman dynamic with MJF, and just, or like you said, doing the whole like I'm from America, America's better, or whatever. Hope they could really pull something out great. I trust they can. Hope they do. Personally, I just really wanted Darby, man. But I'm not mad. MJF's great with the belt. He really is. Interested to see how Darby's gonna be on TV after this, what he's gonna do after this, how he's gonna like, move and rebuild himself. Very interested in that. Again, not mad. Just I really just wanted Darby to win, man. But I like MJF, man. I'm interested to see how they do the whole all in, angle with Will Ospreay, man. And we'll, see when we get it, man.
Yeah, yeah, and I just think I think there's more. I just think there's more to unpack with the whole Death Rider, with the inclusion of the Death Riders with Darby, um
Yep.
with Darby. I mean, I'm just left wondering like what is the story with MJF and Will Ospreay, because again, they could go ways with it. That they could go ways with it. I hope they go away. That shocks me with it. I
I
hope
hope they do.
they do a completely different approach, because I'm just very scared we're gonna get the American versus the American versus the Brit. You know what I mean? I'm a little scared for that. And again, I also, now that you say that, I also I also really hope it's not just like the Hangman stuff. Like I do things a certain way and they hate me for it, and here you are going back on your word,
They love you
and
for it.
and
I
they
could see
love
that
you.
happening.
I could see that too. And to me, if it goes any of those two routes, I'll fucking stand here and say you should have went Darby,
Mm-hmm.
because there's history there. There's history leading back to, when did Will Ospreay and them started. It was the build up to it was like since Double or Nothing last year,
Mm-hmm.
where we started to see Will Ospreay get involved in something, and Darby's been involved with the Death Riders since the Death Riders have been formed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I think there was just more to unpack there again, and MJF and Will Ospreay is going to be a good match,
It's
but
gonna be.
again, I'm just left wondering to myself, like, what are they going to pull out for the story? And I really hope they pull out something that I don't expect, because I just think there's just a lot more interesting to me than with Darby than MJF. And I swear on everything, if we do this Face of America bullshit
Ooh.
again, I'm gonna be fucking irritated, because then you just fucking wasted it.
You wasted my time if that is
You
the case.
wasted a complete story if I have to hear about an American versus a Brit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking care what country they're from.
I really don't, and I really don't want a copycat of the Hangman stuff. You could probably find something to do, and like you said, I really hope they shock me, because with Darby, you could have Darby feel betrayed with Will. You could have Will feel like kind of frustrated, like, I went through all this. This is what I did to like get myself back. You're my friend. You can't at least like be happy for me. Maybe that pisses Will off a little bit. There's so many things you could do with that, which I think you could just do more of, man. And just the dynamic of Darby as champion, I really loved, and that feel of Darby as champ, I really loved. Really hope they could shock me and do something with MJF and Ospreay, because I expected more. Because I expect more.
I do, and again,
It's not bad. It's just
so, I don't know. It's just so, again, we've seen it on an all-in stage, bro. We've seen it on an all-in stage.
It's like getting Roman and Seth at Mania again for me. It's like, I know what the story's gonna be. I know why you don't like each other.
Or like, I get it's like the feeling. So I get that, why they did Roman and Cody twice at Mania is because
that one
Vince kind of fucked up the outcome. But like, imagine if they did Roman Cody at Mania this year, like they were originally planning to.
That would have
sucked. I feel the same way about it. It's like, you hear that and you're like, why are you giving us Roman and Cody again for the third time at Mania? But it's like with MJF and Ospreay, it's like, to me, like, why are you giving this again? Like, we've seen this at All In before. Yeah. And the match was great. I hated the story. I personally fucking hated Face of America. I don't like. I'm not a big.
Does that.
I'm not a big fan of like drawing heat by like being an American, or like drawing heat by being like a fucking European. Russian in America. Like, who gives a fuck?
It's not the fucking 80s no more, bro. Like, none of that shit worked. It was horrible for KO. I didn't like it for MJF. I just don't like that stuff. And I love the feel Darby as champ. All the opponents he faced and the weekly matches. It just was Darby. And I'm not saying, like, even if he retained this, I wouldn't want them to continue that fucking the whole open challenge. I would want them to evolve the story there, man. But I just love the feel, and I just really think you could have done a lot with Will.
The only thing with Darby defending every week is I feel like it did doom him as world champion, because it put him in a sense where it's like, you obviously can't have him working these matches all the way up until All In.
No,
so it's like,
you would have had to stop after this pay-per-view.
100%. But like, that would have went against like the Darby Allin character. So that's why I hated them kind of doing that in the first place. Cause like, I don't mind him being like a work rate champion, but let's like put him in like mini feuds. You know what I mean? Put him in mini feuds where he's maybe defending the title like every 3 weeks, or like
something like that.
Something like that. Like, you can be a work rate champion and not like defend it every week. It's also because I just kind of wanted a longer time stamp on Darby as world champion, because I just wanted the fucking Ospreay match. I just think they would have blew the roof off the place in that main event. And two, MJF's already fucking main evented these shows, bruh. Like, give a fucking main event to Arby. Give a main event to fucking to Darby and Ospreay, bro. It's like,
change it up.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to hate on MJF, and I'm not mad that he's world champion.
Just a little disappointed and
just a
sad.
little disappointed. I don't really want to see MJF and Will Ospreay. I'm
No.
probably gonna be eating my words because they're probably gonna put on a great match.
And
But
I
like,
hope I do eat my words. I hope that I do eat my words, and I hope they prove me wrong. But I just have those fears.
I have a lot of fucking fears because I
Bad
have to tell
story.
you, I did not like their first feud. Their match was phenomenal, but I did not like their first feud
No,
at
I did
all.
not like their first feud, and I hope they don't have anything like that first dynamic.
Yeah. So we have, after this, I at least thought somebody was gonna come out.
Like a main eventer was gonna come out.
I thought somebody was gonna come out and interrupt MJF, whether it was Hangman, whether it was Switchblade. I didn't. I thought somebody was gonna come out, especially when Darby was on the stretcher and MJF was standing on the stretcher. He stood on Hangman's stretcher above Hangman at Revolution. So, also crazy that Hangman's almost been gone for 3 months.
That's crazy, man.
So,
I go that.
Man, I miss the guy.
I really do.
He was standing on the stretcher like he did Hangman, and I'm like, oh, okay, is Adam Page gonna come out? And nothing. We got nothing. Instead, we have the Jet, Kevin Knight, coming out, and I'm sitting here like,
I was really confused. I was like, are the baby faces just gonna come out and scare MJF away?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this weak ass into the show? Like, and then I'm thinking like, oh, okay, okay, are we gonna get like Switchblade coming out and attacking Kevin Knight to go for like the TNT title or something? Like, what is happening here? And then you see them strolling Darby Allin along right in front of Kevin Knight, and I'm like, I feel like we noticed it at the same time.
Yeah.
We both kind of like
put two and two together.
I was like, oh, wait, what if? And then fucking as soon as I fucking thought that, dude, Kevin Knight jumps off the top and hits a UFO on Darby Allin on the stretcher, and Kevin Knight turns heel.
Look at that, man.
Another thing, again, maybe just me nitpicking, I thought Kevin Knight would do like a little beat down, like a little bit more. He just did a UFO and then just stood there and then just stared at Darby Allin. I was like, are you gonna like fight him or like what are we doing here? So but nonetheless, again, maybe a little bit more, but I gotta say, bro, shout out to AEW, bro. We got two heel turn segment. Well, Kyle, the turn segment. We got two turn segments.
Yeah.
In one night, bro. Do you guys understand
what they used to do?
We were here for the days when AEW didn't do that. They would just like silently turn people heel.
They would just like abandon their partner and then just be a monster the next time you see them.
Yes.
It was the worst system ever, dude.
It was terrible.
But man, like you said, I wish they would have like lingered on it, or maybe like Kevin Knight did a little more. I think they kind of faded out the show a little too fast after that moment. But either way, moment was cool. It was shocking. And look at that, man. You got a young up-and-comer. You're pulling the trigger on doing something with them. That's the kind of shit I like to see, man. So I'm happy with that. I am happy with the decision. Very cool moment. They did set it up perfectly. Where you realize what might happen right as he does it. Very perfect setup for that. And I like the idea of I think that's what we all wanted for Kevin Knight, was the eventual, heel turn to like have that edge. And that's, Swerve's words did get to him. So I like that. I hope they bring that up. And I like the idea of that, man. So I like the idea of the heel turn. And look at that, man. Pull the trigger on your young stars. Dude, it's like rocket science, man. But very happy, very happy.
Yes, take notes, Paul. Please. What are we doing? Yeah, no, this is great for Kevin Knight. This is shit that Kevin Knight this is shit that Kevin Knight is going, this is shit that's going to come up huge for Kevin Knight, feuding with guys like Darby, feuding with bigger names. And again, they did kind of give you a little sprinkle of something that these guys may have in common. They mentioned on commentary that Kevin Knight and Darby Allin both trained at the Buddy Wayne Academy. I did not know that.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I didn't know Kevin Knight was even a Washington guy, which also is in a cool way could tie him to Swerve as well. Swerve is a Washington guy, just like Darby is. So, This could be great. This could be great for Kevin Knight, and this probably is going to be great for Kevin Knight. You are believing in him enough to put him in a feud with a guy like Darby and to put him, up towards the main event scene, man. And that's all I can fucking ask. That's honestly all I can ask out of a promoter at this point is just have faith. Just have some fucking faith in your young crop. So
pull the trigger and try.
yes, just try shit. Swerve said in an interview recently when he was talking about Oba, but like the only way to know if these guys are going to succeed, put them in the main event scene. Like people will buy it. You as a promoter just have to put effort to like yes, you have to sell it to people. Nobody's going to buy what you're not selling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So again, if you're not trying with these guys, putting them in main events, then nothing's ever going to pop off. So
exactly. And Logan, I had that same fear when Kevin Knight initially came out. I was like, oh my God, they're just going to set off a one-off loss to MJF for no reason.
Forbidden Door. Yep. I thought the same thing.
I thought the same thing, Logan. And then he turned heel. I was like, oh, thank fucking God, dude.
Yeah.
And I like that moment. MJF was having a laugh. He thought that shit was hilarious. And I'm excited for Kevin Knight. Like you said, I'm glad they pulled the trigger. And like they gave him like the end of the spot, pay-per-view spot. The end of the pay-per-view spot to do that heel turn.
Gave him the cliffhanger.
They gave him the cliffhanger, which is very dope. People have already been on to Kevin Knight, and I think that's just got more eyes. Yeah, you got to invest if you want to sell something, man. Very glad to see that. I'm very glad interested in the direction he's going to take. You never know. Is he going to be on his own? Is he going to like join Swerve officially? Maybe we'll do something like that. What is Speedball going to think of this? Very cool stuff you could do with that.
I think that is going to be your all-in match for the TNT title.
I think it is too.
I have a feeling it's going to be Jet versus Speedball, and that's what I'm most excited for. I want to know what Mike Bailey thinks about all this. Is he gonna side with Kevin Knight and turn on Kenny Omega? And
that would be shocking to me.
and break his heart. You know what I mean? Poor Kenny.
Poor Kenny, man.
Is he gonna break Kenny's heart, bro, or is this gonna be is this gonna be
He's gonna have a hop.
Exactly. Or is he going to, side with, his babyface tendencies and end up turning on his guy, Kevin Knight. So I am super, super, super stoked to see where this goes. And I'm proud of Tony Khan for doing that, man. Cause as we know in today's world of professional wrestling, a lot of promoters are cowards.
They're pussy.
Yeah, they're cowards, and they don't have the fucking gall to fucking get somebody out there and sell something to their audience. You know what I mean?
They just go with it.
They just want to fucking continue selling expired produce.
The same produce, man. You bought the same cereal whole life. They're not selling you a new cereal, man. And Tony Khan, he's got the wit to try to sell you something new, man. And most of the time it works, man. Kyle Fletcher, Takeshna.
Look at these two guys in the main event here.
Darby and MJF. Like, a lot of times it does work. Sammy is like the only big one in AEW that didn't work out. And that's kind of his own accord. So, I mean, if most of the time it works, so might as well try it, dude. Might as well try it. I like this. Very happy to see the many paths you could take with this. And that was a cool way to end the show. Like I said, wish they lingered on it a little bit more before they faded out. Either way, still loved it.
Yeah. That was Double or Nothing. That was the Kevin Knight heel turn, as well as all the other shit on the show. Very, very good show, man. Again, Tony has yet to miss in 2026. He has yet to repeat a Dynasty 2025 in 2026, man. And this has been a great year for AEW. Very proud of them. They have been doing a lot better than WWE's been doing this year. That's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, very proud of AEW, man. They put on a great show, great crowd, great vibe, great atmosphere, great attendance, and again, overall great product, man. So, I like what they did here, and I've liked the streak that they've been on all year with the 3 pay-per-views that they have done, man. So, shout out AEW, and again, thank you for selling me something new.
Exactly. Thank you for selling me something new. Thank you for, having me buy pay-per-view where I fucking enjoyed it and feel full after the pay-per-view. And even with this one, I didn't feel like overfilled like you sometimes do with AEW. Really good length, really good pace. And overall, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And, they're giving us moments, they're giving us story. This is what we want to see, and I hope you continue it, man. Again, Ash, every time you make Dynamite better, but at least I know the pay-per-views are always going to bang, man, and this is another one on that list.
For sure. And yeah, it was also great to watch a show that flew by. It didn't feel like it
in
was
a good way.
Yeah, it flew by because we were having fun watching it. It didn't feel like it was just taking forever and feeling like a chore to watch. So I definitely can appreciate that. So shout out AEW for another year of Double or Nothing. I believe this is their 7th one that they've done,
Crazy.
which is fucking wild.
It's wild.
But that's going to do it, man. That's going to do it. Thank you guys so very much for joining us, man. I know this is another late night, typical AEW.
That's AEW, man.
That's the one thing they got to change, dog. 6 o'clock. Just make it an hour earlier.
Just start the show at 6, bro, please.
Man, if you really wanted to be nice, you could start it at 5. But oof. God. But that was everything. Thank you guys, everybody who tapped in with us here today. Manager Logan, this guy Flex, my boy Jumpin' Jeff, Cameron. We got my guy David in the chat too. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. As always, with that is going to do it for this edition of your Double or Nothing post-show review. The next time we'll be on here, one of these, is next Sunday after Clash in Italy, man. So with that is going to do it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all actually shortly after Monday Night Raw with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.